I'm stopping the fact. We're having too much fun in tech check. I'm cutting you off. I'm cutting
Fun
you off.
DM me.
You're fun.
Cutting you off like a short childhood pregnancy.
Cutting you off. We gotta go live. People are waiting. Hi, hello. Speaking of people who are waiting, hello,
Hi.
people who are waiting. Hi, we're here. Welcome to Tales Less Tales. We'll be here at Tales of Initiative, play through Tales from the Yawning Portal with an eldritch twist. I am your GM, Matt, and I'm here with my delightfully daring and frighteningly fantastic cast of players, Bun, Haley, Danny, and Raz. Ka-chow, ka-chow, bling, bling. Sadly, no Myrick. Our tentacle is untouched.
Add.
I feel so
I'll
untouched
reach and
right
touch
now.
the tentacle. I don't know
No.
where to reach.
Yes, yes. I was hoping someone else would get the Veronica's earworm. Yes, thank you.
Well, so I don't know if you guys know, but that song is the Australian anthem.
Really? I wish y'all would win more Olympic Games then, so that I could hear that more often.
Genuinely, every Australian can sing that and will sing that and will confirm it is the Australian anthem without being prompted.
I love it.
It's
I'm
great.
learning more. I feel like we don't know any of the things because we would have 100% guessed some other horribly stereotypical song. And Foster's
That's
is not
now
Australian
gonna
for
be
beer.
Stuck in my head
Why. God damn
the rest
training.
of the day.
Sorry. At least it's a good song to get stuck in your head.
It is
Could
a
be
good
worse.
song.
Could be worse. Hopefully y'all are doing good. Y'all doing good on this fine Tuesday / Australian Wednesday?
Well, you know,
Surviving.
Driving.
we're living.
We're living.
We're alive.
Yeah.
I had the worst
That's something.
insomnia, but I am here.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
no.
so sorry.
Dude, I had the worst insomnia last night too.
No.
I should have messaged you.
You should have.
Just chat through
Could've
your
played
insomnia.
Hey, wait.
Hey, what's up? You up? You play starting?
You up?
You up?
Contrary to our on-stream personas, our "you up" texts are entirely out of places of psychological coping and the need for connection in the middle of strife.
For real. We're like, hey, you up, shorty?
We are. It's amazing how horny on main we are, and then utterly platonic on not main.
It's actually true though. That's how it works.
It is all.
I feel like that's just
I
a
am
blessing of
all the
being
time.
femme, because I am so like hella flirty and like, oh my gosh, babe, you're just so gorgeous and all over my friends. But then it's like, I'm just like, by the way, I'm ace.
It's so hard not to flirt with you all when I've got you all in front of me.
Right? Everyone's too beautiful. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to keep that in?
Here's the spoiler alert. The reason I have so many femme NPCs is because I am aware how creepy it is for masked people to flirt at you aggressively. So it's the only way I can get that energy out. Sorry.
Sorry.
Because there's a very, like, let's be honest. Me, as that hot monk chick, you were down to clown with me sucking out your wrist blood. Had I been a dude, it would have come off a lot like Takuzi to coddle. The taste of your sanguine essence is so invigorating.
Well,
I don't know. To be fair,
that.
the monk chip's brother, Narcissa, would have
could
been
also get
DTF. Okay,
He could also
he
get
could
it.
also get it.
He also wasn't
And
talking.
I
or
was
actively
willing to
flirting
trade
much.
mortal possessions to this man because he asked, okay?
what?
So I traded mortal possessions.
You did.
Just because my characters are always really gay, okay?
We all are.
Like,
All
if
of
I
our
was
characters.
playing a guy character, they would also be gay.
Plus,
Yeah.
I get
Except
ruined
for the one
tomorrow, so I'm
time.
sorted all week. I've got it.
Yeah.
I got a good
You're
mix.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're
Ruin,
totally
Ruin. I get all my mask energy out. That's where that
Yeah.
lives. It's over on Ruin.
There you go.
That's the voice that makes me blush for
It's
no
the- I-
reason. It's so dumb.
I remember that episode of Beckoning Dream. And I was like, I don't know when, I don't know how. This voice is coming back because I enjoy this power and I cannot be trusted with it.
Damn.
Uh,
Also, just a warning to the audience. be careful when you clear your cache, because remember that every password that you have put in, you will have to remember and put them back.
That's why
I am not. I am very much struggling right now.
I'm like religiously hitting that password save Chrome. I'm just like, everything's in there. It's like just every. If I got hacked, I'm fucked, but it's all in there.
Yeah, I have really narrowed down my attack surface by using password managers. Yeah.
Yeah. That I did start writing down a lot of my passwords in like a notebook, like an 80-year-old.
Nice.
That's cool. I've got so much 2FA, I can barely get into it. So if they get in, they've done the work. They've worked for it. You know what? You earned it.
They earned it. Yeah.
We are not sponsored by NordVPN.
No, we wish we were.
You know,
that'd be good.
One of my favorite things though is when somebody tries to like log into my email, that I'll get like a little notification like, "Is this you? Can you confirm it's you?" And I'm just like, "Deny. That's not me.
That's not me.
You didn't do.
It was not
smart enough. You didn't get. You don't get to reap the rewards."
I have to continue to be my own worst enemy.
I did that 2 days ago and kicked Tristan off the Netflix on his Xbox while he's away for work, and he didn't have access for a few days.
I have legitimately.
That's not me.
I have almost done that to my wife, where it's like I've got a notification, I've been like, and I just like quick text her, like, "Was this you?"
Well, guys, I accidentally did that to my grandma. Okay.
No, she doesn't even know if it was her. That's the worst.
It's just not working, so I got my own, and I was like, "I'm so sorry."
That's really doubling down on the potential senility right there. Oh my god. No, we are not sponsored by NordVPN, but we do have sponsors. Look at those tasty spawners over in chat. We got Emberwind, we got Infinite Citadel, we got Raven and Riddle Dice, we got Level 1 Gamers, do Tails 15 at checkout for Level 1 Gamers. They changed the discount code, but you do still get a discount Level 1 Gamers. And right now, Infinite Citadel's debut title, Spill Your Fluids, is available for 20% off if you use the special link, go to /TOI, and you will get yourself some discount on that one. Let's see here. Anything else? We got a Patreon, and we got a Discord. If you want to keep the tales going, talk to us more, tell us what we should do, like the good girls we are, you will get in there. So stupid. We get in there and give us orders. We love obeying. Except not in advance. This is just wild. Where am I going? My brain. Too many.
I'm
it's
a
back.
rat.
It's back on the.
Actually.
If people have been around long enough, they know that's a lie, Matt, because you dom everybody.
I mean, that's true. You're the toppiest top
TSL.
There's still days where I go to sleep thinking about topping Billy as hard as possible in TSL, and it's just
dude, that was
great.
That shit was so funny.
It gives me life. It genuinely does. Speaking of, it is only, if I can remember how the calendar works, and this is why I made all months the same amount of days in my homebrew setting, we're only 12 days from Christmas. I said 12 days and Christmas jumped into my brain. We're not 12 days from Christmas. We are only, thank you for thinking that mail. We are only 12 days from Pride Month, which means we're gonna have some good shit on the channel. We're gonna get that tasty. I don't know what comes after that. I didn't know what noun I was leading up to. I just know it's tasty.
A tasty alphabet soup.
Yes. Fuck yes.
It's tasty.
We are fully stocking your calendar with the gay agenda, and you can't stop us. No matter how many EOs come down. Fucking tell that turnip to go kick rocks.
And James Cameron.
And James Cameron, both of them fucking into the ocean. Get rid of them. Oh man, I love that this is my brand now. And perhaps the gayest thing we could possibly do is give Raz more screen time, which we are absolutely doing because Tales of Misadventure is coming back. What? Every other
Hi.
Tuesday, right? Starting in June?
Anxiety. Yes.
You got
Every
this.
other Tuesday starting in June. We'll start on June 3rd. Okay, that will be our first episode back. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna have a Danny, which is exciting. And Took, I guess. And
Yes.
Salty.
Yes.
And on the second episode, which will be what's the date of that?
Every
What's the
other
second
from the
week?
I think it's gonna
third.
be
Third.
so the 17th.
17th. Bingo.
Calendars are hard.
They are.
17th.
We could have
There you
we could
go.
have added 14, but we just weren't there.
Nah, we weren't there. That's too smart for me. And it should go live at 7 p.m. Eastern.
7 p.m.
That should be
Eastern.
when we go live.
Tales of Misadventure. I'm so
Right
excited.
Right after us, guys. It's
Yeah.
Right after TDT.
Yep.
We jump into misadventuring.
I'm not gonna make that joke that came to mind. I'm not gonna do.
And we
Get
Can I
Raz
lobby?
Raz is in the cage with me now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a friend.
we decided you needed a friend.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be
We
joining you and
We
It's,
didn't
it's for
quite
Haley's
make-
enrichment.
we didn't quite make our Patreon goal to free Haley, but we did make our Patreon goal to make the cage bigger. So we're stuffing Raz in there. It's a great time.
I'll enrich you, Haley. Don't worry.
I'll enrich you. This is...
You're mine.
If you want to
I
see
need
that
my love's
enrichment,
pen mates, so be careful.
get on that Patreon.
But we will be fundraising for Lambda Legal,
Nice.
who is fighting court battles against the orange asshole that's being an asshole. But they're fighting and winning against some of the trans rights stuff that's,
Hell yes.
that's going on. And I think it's probably most helpful if we're helping to fund the people who are going to battle.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
It does.
Like in this America, lawyers are our swords.
It does speak to how dark this timeline got, that lawyers are the good guys now. That like our best weapon is just fucking filing, like just the Sue S of A, just channeling that energy and going, well, fuck you, we'll fight you in court.
Fight you back.
I know we now actually have like chaotic good lawyers now
do.
instead of just evil lawyers.
Also, Bun, you backed up away from your camera, and so now it looks like someone cast the reduce spell on you in stream.
Yeah, you're tiny.
You also
I'm
small.
baby now.
just
I'm
eating
baby.
But I'm gonna talk to Matt because I think it would be really cool to do, since Goosebumps is sort of a choose your own adventure vibe. I think it would be cool if we did a thin the veil kind of thing, where it's like if we make it to $500, then maybe the players get to redo a choice or
Heck yes. I love
a
this.
really big moment, you know.
Yes. Let us talk about that, and I will absolutely make sure that you are equipped with all the channel rewards and nonsense that you need to make shit happen.
In a veil and shit.
I can also suggest
Oh.
ideas to encourage people to spend their money
Yes.
that I've seen.
We love it when you spend money on dope shit.
I'm
Okay.
trying to, yeah, right. I'm trying to keep it pretty simple because it's not a one shot. It's over multiple days.
Yes, you can't just have the no regrets YOLO yeet yourself into oblivion with the channel rewards. Yeah. Okay.
Right. I gotta be like
We have-
manageable.
We
Okay,
have talked spawners. We have talked schedule. We have talked various other idiosyncrasies. Let's talk what happened last time we told our tale. As more people thin that veil, get on it. Yes. Last time
None of us died.
none of you died. Very importantly, none of you died. Last time when we went
Okay.
into the hidden shrine, you unsplit the party. Very importantly, you survived long enough, and against that hairy corn mommy, she was out for blood, and you managed to run away safely. Pebble, with a little vial of black, sweet tasting goo from the pool surrounding said Xylonin. We had a little bit of Saoirse chatting with said corn mommy just to figure out what's going on. And there seems to be a reasonable parlay happening where potentially she might be a little friendly if you could just keep feeding her, because she's hungry as hell.
Yeah.
You fed her
She's hungry. We need to feed her.
You fed her the two-headed snake. You fed her a baboon. And so far, you have not faced any horrible ramifications. Vial of sweet tasting goo is the name of my food truck. Thank you, Robertables.
Is it a smoothie truck?
They do it like the blizzards where they dip the cup upside down, but it's not supposed to stay entirely still. It's just meant to be like a little sludgy protrusion. They quick turn it back up before it goes all the way out. I will ruin all food. You finish a long rest. You finish like an extra juicy long rest. Basically like spent 18 hours just sort of like doing hobbies. Narcissa did some extra cartography, like writing down notes and like as much of the dungeon map as possible. Saoirse did some corn mommy chatting. Pebble did some meditation. Mirek looked a little bit more into the Codex Somnus, and Winnie was undeclared what you were doing in that period of time because Haley wasn't here. But Haley's here, so you could always backfill like what Winnie did on the extra long rest. But you are now all long rested up. You're kitted out. You're ready to press on. After a brief discussion about which way you should go, you decided to go deeper in through those double bronze doors that were beneath a like jade plaque depicting a two-headed serpent where there was a head where the tail would normally be. And you went down that hall and found a wide... I'm going to actually switch us to the map. Boop, 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 beep, bop, boop, doo. Went down that hallway and you found this oddly shaped humanoid figure. This wide face set like immediately onto shoulders that split into a disturbingly long, wide smile. I'm just going to show you all this artwork just so we're all on the same page about what our little Fazgroomy looks like. Look at this guy. He's just a little guy.
He's just a little guy.
My guy.
Little guy.
My guy.
He looks like a scarecrow.
He does look a little bit like a scarecrow, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like a Monsters Inc. like
Yes.
employee that escaped.
Yeah.
Yes!
Always
That's modeled after a
watching.
scarecrow.
There's
Brad,
two
like
wings on the map. I have split into two.
You have
My
split-
true
You
form
have-
has been discovered. Each of them only have 2 arms.
I love it.
Oh no, where is the second one? I need
Split.
to. Oh yeah, I see it.
Standing with Mirek.
Yes,
I think it's in the...
because y'all are not here. That you were. I had both. I think Saoirse also has a double. Y'all were in that stairwell leading down from the secret entrance. So I'm going to
We
delete
found-
those.
Haley, we found a lever.
Yes, that's
We
right.
found a lever. We can open the door.
So
Yes,
the
we can open the
Batwing,
gate.
the Batwing weirdness that like paralyzed you. The secret passage behind that, you went down and there was a room that had like a portcullis that was like blocking the way, and it looked like some sort of mechanism was in there with a like pit trap that had a narrow little bridge across it. You were like, okay, this is here. We know that, and then you went back up and like reunited through the hole in that main cavern area. So that was the one little bit of recap I had forgotten. Y'all investigated like the way down into this theoretical like shrine temple area from above. But that was about the extent of it. I can show y'all on the map. This little area. You saw this little bit.
Did we get air bubbles recasted at any point? I
You
just
have-
want to find out what's
We
if I've
did
got
not
anything.
yet.
You have not recast Air Bubble. However, you
What have I
are
got on me then?
you are cursed.
Ah.
Just a little curse.
Don't
worry
that's
about
fine.
that.
I can manage that.
Don't worry about that guy.
I just forgot.
You do not have
You're cursed.
the only
we can
air
take it.
bubble. The only air bubble that's still up is Mirek's. However, as all of those have popped, everyone's been fine largely because you're not in like everything in that chamber of the second sun and into this hallway is still no poison gas. So you are not taking like poison damage. The hallway that
Can
you're
I
in
get
right now,
Craig that back then?
you can get Craig back if you want to. You can summon him back. But yes, you have walked into this hallway and you have
That's
found.
what I did in that entire big break.
Yes. Got a little Craig.
I got him back and I've been playing with him.
Yep. Just roly-polying him around the little dungeon area.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fazgroom is chilling in here. Turns to see you all coming down the hallway, and you see that like giant, like he's not wearing that big backpack. Like you imagine that like that big backpack like interdimensionally folds out into this like huge stand of wares and baubles, and you see like just in the little glintings of light that's making its way down that dark hallway, reflecting off of these little bits and baubles that he's got up for sale. And yeah, he turns to see you all, seeing some familiar faces. It is good to see you again. How have you fared since we last did business? This wide Cheshire cat like mouth going, and just thousands and thousands of tiny little needle teeth smiling out at you.
Very well.
So good.
That is good.
My
to
sister's
hear.
married now.
Congratulations.
What are you doing here?
Yes. She's got multiple wives. Don't mind that one.
I am one of the
She's very
wives.
silent.
I am one of the wives.
I am one of the wives. Tis I, a wife.
Wife.
It is
Jinx.
You should just have like little name badges at like the pebble queue. They all just say wife on them.
favorite. Oh man, that's funny.
And then
Just so
Spersh's
people
just
don't
says
accidentally-
sister. Not to get confused with sister.
No, hers would say bottom of the totem pole.
Pebbles and Winnie's says, if found, please return to Mirik and or Narcissus.
Yes. Why am I so big compared to Pebble?
Oh,
I
that's
pick
yes.
Pebble up and hold her up into the air. My baby!
Let me fix your token. What's going on here? What's happening here? Prototype
Little baby
token.
boy!
my baby boy.
Lion King.
What the heck?
Y'all, what are we doing right now?
What are you doing right now?
Fazgroom, what items have you got for us? Perchance we have many a gem and thing to trade.
Excellent. I have several things. I've been collecting them since we last met. Many good trades to make.
I'll take them.
Damn it. It didn't work. I'm trying to fix it. I'm so locked in on this token now. Ah.
Help me.
Here, let me try this.
It's okay, Matt.
I know. It bothers me. It bothers me so.
Hey,
We're stuck in a hallway.
Why is yours working? It's not one by
Oh,
one.
Now
Oh,
you're
I
very
see.
tiny.
I see where it is. I see where it is.
little.
Oh,
Small.
you are small.
Small.
Small. Small. I found it. I found it. I found it.
I made
found
myself the same size as Craig so we could run around together.
it. There. Now you are
There you
this small. And I'm going to fix the prototype tokens so this never happens again. I love Foundry, but boy, when they move like the one thing that I need to have like on a quick menu, it screws me up so badly. There we go. That's what's
Yeah, that
going
makes sense.
on. There's for all
Updates
for
on
all of you at
anything
home that
are
are wondering like,
sure.
hey, I want my halfling to look small, you know, all that kind of stuff. How do you do it? You leave the X by Y size of the token 1 and 1, but then there's a scale slider and you can move the scale down. I've got you both at 0.7, so you're bigger than half, but you're not big. Okay, there we go. I can lock in now.
I love
I'm here.
Little.
I'm.
Good job. 10 out of
Oh,
10.
that was.
Proud of you.
We did it. We got
Yay.
there.
Good job. What could we see your wares, Fazgroom?
Of course. Come close. Come close. These big wide hands
Okay.
tucked into sleeves wave you forward. And there is a lot of stuff. seems
Where are
business
you?
has been booming.
This way.
Yes, all the way at the end of the hall. Yes, you see him
I
now.
don't know why, but I thought because we were in that group that it was like down for some reason, and I was like, why can't I get there?
Nope, he's at the end of the hallway. There he is. Hello.
I don't know why, but with this like
Here.
hallway situation, I just imagined his setup just looking kind of similar to like, you know, like the school book fair with like the little like shelves and stuff, and then there's also some tables where there's wares. It's just, I don't know why that's the image that popped into my head.
I want to roll.
What you
Craig
doing there,
down the
Haley?
stairs.
What you doing there?
I want to roll
You
Craig.
going up the stairs?
I want to roll Craig.
What you doing?
Yeah, I want to roll. I want to roll Craig down.
Are we
the
in a
stairs.
pocket dimension or are we in the hallway?
You are in the
That's my
hallway.
question.
Right.
Okay.
You are in the hallway, which is why I must now go to
I
this
love you
area
guys.
The map.
I'm
and,
sorry.
and look up what happens when you go up the stairs.
I haven't been able to look at a map in a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's all dark. Anybody? It's all 100%
Yeah,
cheating.
it.
Do you go?
I don't know if it like updated, but everything we lost the whole
I
map
lost everything.
on
again.
our end. Yeah.
I
Haley,
didn't.
I moved Windveer through the map, so you should hopefully have a little bit more, but I don't know. I really don't. It might be cached on your side.
Probably.
Damn.
Yeah.
Go for clearing cash, guys.
I don't have it.
In this interim, you know we're gonna be at Gen Con too, right, guys?
We
Just
are.
tell me what I did. I'm sorry, guys.
I wish I could.
The temptation of
I'm too
exploring
poor to
the map to get all of the things seen. Do you go all the way to the top of the stairs?
I went a good, decent way, so when Craig rolls down, it's funny.
It's funny.
Like a slinky.
Uh-huh.
You can't do it from the fourth stair. You have to do it from
Yeah.
at least halfway.
Uh-huh. Da, 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 da.
But I
Give-
am not touching the stairs.
I feel like it's
And
more
my-
like those
and my-
videos
my
where they
pass-
roll bottles down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
My passive investigation is 19.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good to know. Give me a d20 roll.
Okay. Plus anything or just a lot?
Just a luck roll.
I.
Oh no.
Blow up my dice. Okay. Oh, okay, 14.
14.
Not bad.
Bad.
That's above average.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Is Craig okay?
You fly up the stairs to like you're picking out your spot, and on the way, I will say that you see this like rune etched into the stairs, just sort of like
Ready?
just like pulse just a little bit, and you're like, oh. It's like the idea that like you click the switch and you don't know what the switch did, but you definitely clicked it, and you're just like, okay. You, like, set Craig down. Just rolls to the end of the. He's fine. Nothing else
That was
happens.
the best. And I went into his body as it happened, so I felt and saw the whole thing.
It was it's definitely one of those like they had like a GoPro and then something bad happened and you're just seeing that tumble. I've
I was
unpaused
also
the
imagining
game.
those like those like 3D roller coasters at like
Yes.
malls that you sit in.
Yeah.
They-
God, the summon the motion sickness machines. Yeah,
Amazing.
just let me know if you go up those stairs. Let me know when this shopping trip turns into a dungeon encounter. But otherwise,
I
everything seems fine.
don't want to take up more time, but I do yell to Danny, Danny!
You need Pebble?
No, that's not Danny.
I was gonna say, who's Danny? Are you cheating on us?
Because I really want Danny. I want Danny to come save me right now. I need Danny.
Oh no. What is this?
Hello.
Yeah.
I made a rune glow.
Oh.
Don't tell Miriam.
You can just hear from
If they're
around the
yelling.
corner in the hallway, just like I can hear you.
You can tell Narcissa.
Narcissa.
Sup? What's up?
You might have to undo a trap.
Like right now, this second, or
Probably. I
Activated
think
something.
Winnie might be stuck there.
Craig was able to break
gotcha.
it down, but I don't know.
gotcha. Come in, just setting things down. Like we just like a kid that has to leave the scholar book fair. All right, let's do this.
I think Pebble's trying in her own way to be like slow and careful about it, but she's not very. So she's just like, "I'm coming, Winnie."
Like this is just like, oh man, let's see after the trap. Then just like, as Pebble is leaving Narcissa to go down the stairs that she just said were booby trapped, Narcissa's just like, am I a fucking joke to you?
Is it upstairs? Am I up?
I think
You are upstairs.
think
yes.
Yeah.
we
You're
are up
asking, are these
and-
stairs going up or down? They are going up. Yes.
Yeah. So from the bottom, they're going up. So we're at the top of the staircase right now.
You are right now at about the
Well, like-
halfway point of the staircase.
Yeah,
You've
yeah,
got
like as
5,
in-
10, 15,
yeah.
20 more feet of staircase above you.
Yeah, we're at the high of like we're on the high end of the staircase is what I'm trying to be like.
Yes.
If I say yeah.
So she just peeks around the corner.
And you are about, because it's 5, 10, 15,
Okay.
20, 25, 30. Winnie, you're 30 feet up the staircase. So you're about just over halfway. There's 20 more feet up to what you can see. Well, I guess blind sense, you can't really see that far, but I guess with Pebble there, you can kind of tell like it's leveling out into a landing up there.
Yeah.
I guess you didn't want to buy anything. I'll start shuttering shop.
No.
No, Fazgroom, don't go away. One moment.
Okay, you just seem easily distracted.
Stuff, I want to purchase things.
I would like to
I'm,
purchase.
I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't want this. I wasn't. I just.
Haley's back.
So Narcissa's cracking up like her hands and stuff, getting some of like her like smaller bits of equipment and stuff, like a little powder
Mm-hmm.
and just things to deactivate traps. Powders to kind of help with like ruining runes, so because
Okay.
sometimes just straight up like running your finger might not work. So it's like, whoop.
Give me an
If-
Arcana
Okay.
check.
if I can see
Oh,
it, can I also try to see if I know anything?
Sure. You can give me an investigation
Oh.
check, Pebble.
It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 for Arcana. Nice.
That's a 2 because I rolled a
2?
4.
Pebble, you're looking at the stone and you're just like, I don't see no rune.
Pebble's just got like tears in her eyes, like, is everyone okay? Like,
Forget the stone. Wait here.
Mm. And then for Narcissa, what is your investigation?
Are we talking passive or just
Yes,
like what
yeah.
what my bonus
What
is?
your passive is.
My passive is 18.
Okay, so your passive is high enough to also see that there is a rune carved in, and you rolled high enough on Arcana to recognize that this is a glyph of warding, or is very similar to a glyph of warding inscribed on the ground. You know that there's no way to disable this mundanely. You would need dispel magic or similar types of magic to like break it apart. At the very least, you have some confidence in that it didn't explode, so it's not an explosive rune. It doesn't seem like any spell went off immediately, so...
It's a glyph of. It looks like a glyph of warning, guys. So all it's gonna do is just alert whoever might try and kill us that we're gonna be
I
coming
misspoke.
soon.
It's
So we might as well.
warding. W-A-R-D-I-N-G. It's not
The glyph
warning.
of warding.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna alert like whoever placed it here that we're coming, and so they can prep to kill us. So we should probably get to Fazgroom so that we can also prep to kill them. Just.
Well, I would have dispelled it, but I cannot anymore.
Did you rotate dispel magic out of your spells prepared?
I did. Isn't that hilarious?
Truly incredible.
So a spell went off.
Timing.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It was triggered.
Okay.
You
Can
don't
I-
know what the effect
can I
of the
check
triggering
myself?
is. Checking yourself. Do an investigation check. Yeah, do an investigation check on yourself.
24.
You still feel weakened. You still have that like disadvantage across the board on strength and dex stuff, but you otherwise you seem intact. Everything's fine.
Okay.
As far as you can tell.
I'm alright. I'm sorry. I'm gonna fly back down and pick up Craig.
Okay.
It's okay.
Well, that was interesting.
It is good to see you taking care of that little thing. Have you enjoyed your purchase?
Very much.
Good. Good. Word of mouth is a merchant's best friend or worst enemy.
Did you get my offering?
Not directly.
Oh,
What did you offer?
what did I offer? I can't remember. I put a shrine to you,
Ages.
and I put some gold or gems or some gold items, I believe.
I believe it was some gold and silver.
Gold and silver. Yeah.
Well, that is certainly things I like. I didn't know it directly, but it is always a mystery where I land to provision those who need it most. So, perhaps you influenced the planar waves. Who can tell? Anyways,
Winnie, you're so cool.
please have
You
a
brought me
gander.
back. You brought him back.
And you can see.
I don't want a goose.
I don't want a goose. You can see. I'll give a quick unnamed description of everything. You see, sort of catching your eye, 4 potions. 2 of them have like the red, dark red mixture that you are used to seeing from potions of healing. One of them does look a little bit bigger. There is another potion that sort of twinkles with like gold in there, and there is a potion that looks like lavenders and this sort of like minty green, all sort of swirling around with little bubbles in it. There are several like scroll cases, all sort of loaded up into like what we would like accustomed to like a wine rack that's got like the cross wood bars. It's just got the scrolls stacked up in there. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scrolls in there. There is a rather nice, there are 2 shields. One of them just looks very well made with some small glyphs etched into it. The other one looks like it actually has like pieces of wood and moss growing like across it. Like it is made of like a living piece of wood. There is a very similarly well-made scimitar. And there are a couple little bits of jewelry. There is like a little brooch along with a necklace that looks like kind of like a torque style necklace where it like goes around the back of your neck in like solid metal. And then there's a little gap at the front that has like a small chain coming across it. There is next to that a like one of those like little wooden hands that's like in display shops for like jewelry. And on one of its fingers is just looks like this little like circle of wind that just keeps flowing around the finger. There is a very elaborate, like really nice, like catching your eye sword hanging near that scimitar. It is a rapier, and the basket hilt of it looks like thorny roses, and there is like a ruby rose kind of encrusted into the hilt. There is also a crossbow that has like a small little like weirdly shimmering needle style bolt sitting next to it, and on the like stock of it where you would put your shoulder is just this little metal plaque that says reap. Double checking that was everything. Ooh, and there is a pair of boots that look very shiny and shimmery.
Boots? What are those boots?
What
Okay,
does
so
boots
just-
do?
Just
What them
kind of
boots
takes
do?
a pause for a sec, and then it's just like, Starting to touch things.
Oh,
Beautiful wife, Nick. Can I please get your assistance with identifying some of these items with your beautiful magic eyes?
Of course. Although, and Fazgroom sort of like sees the look and is just like, yes, I would be most happy to explain anything that is in my wares. No touchies. Look with your eyes, not with your hands, but I shall provide upon the exchange of currency. I also have a treat, should you be looking for services. I have come by a new invention on the Plateau of Lang. It has been tested within reason. I think you might like it. And he sort of gestures to like the middle of his cart, where it is this like twisting like mess of metal that looks both delicate and dangerous all at once. This is a strange item made by a creature long dead now. The first experiment went well. Ramifications of study, I'm afraid. But if we use it carefully, he sort of presses on it, and these like little like grabby hands kind of like move out to the side in like these weird scales, but they look kind of like upturned talons. And in the middle, there is this like kintsugi dark stone and gold work bowl. This item can take 2 items and turn them into 1. If you are looking to consolidate and find things greater than the sum of their parts.
Ooh.
How big are the talents?
They look like hand-sized, but they sort of look in a way of like can grab onto things and like. You're not sure. You're not sure what if there's size limits to what this thing could do. It does take gems specifically to function. And I will remind you, he gestures to the 2 of you that have been here before, that I do offer a premium exchange value for any gems you have. Especially rubies. You don't happen to have any rubies, do you?
Probably.
Yeah, because we killed the mermaid.
Yeah, so we probably took the ruby back then, right?
Yeah, we wouldn't have let her keep it.
Oh god. It wasn't in Mirik's notes that she sent before stream, and so now I don't know
It
what kind of
wasn't.
ruby that is.
It was a whatever missing. We needed ruby dust for something, and we broke off
Oh,
like
yeah.
$100 worth, and so it was $1,000, and now it's a $900 or
Mm.
something
Yeah.
along those lines.
Yes.
It was like
Yeah.
whatever.
I'll go searching
That's what it
through.
was.
Let's see here. There's the
Whatever
dust
that
search.
is.
Let me go through
Off
our
the-
delightful sponsor, LoreLink. Let me go query my notes in LoreLink and see if I can find some stuff. Da-da-da-da.
Who had the spell? Was it Mirik?
It's me.
You?
I was doing the continual flame thing.
Yes.
Mm,
yes.
yes.
And
And
how
we
much?
needed-
How much ruby did it use?
That's a great question. I should know that.
Because it might trigger memory.
Yeah.
Birdables, don't break the illusion. LoreLink is is for his fantasy like LinkedIn.
LoreLink is not fantasy LinkedIn. We must combat this false narrative.
Second level spell.
I feel like Fazgroom would have a fantasy LinkedIn.
He would. Fazgroom is 100% on whatever fantasy LinkedIn exists. That is a real thing. Well, if anyone wants
imagine
to
he's like-
speed
he's
watch
also on,
episode
like,
65, it happened there.
It definitely happened there. Give me 1 second. What's happening?
I'd also say
Where'd they go?
Fazgroom seems like the
Run away
type that
from
would
me.
be on like fantasy like Instagram where like when he's posting where he's gonna be, he doesn't say exactly, he just kind of posts the location and he's like setting up my shop. I can't wait to see you guys. And everyone's like,
Just
"What
a
the
bunch of
what?"
corners of stone dungeons.
Yeah,
Yep.
you have to figure it out yourself.
Ruby dust worth 50
The
plus
same.
GP.
Yeah, it's a 63-part scavenger hunt every time.
I'm really a fan of immersive scavenger hunts. Raz, what did you say?
50 plus GP,
Okay.
which the spell consumed.
I'm wondering, I don't have it in my notes, shame on me. I'm wondering, because I also remembered there being a ruby, but I thought y'all might have given it to the monks. Can't remember.
No, we
No.
gave the ruby
No.
to the mermaid because it was part of my plot to try and marry her.
And seduce her, yes. But then you
Yeah.
killed the
Yes.
mermaid.
Then we killed
Yeah,
the mermaids,
so
took
then-
it back.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
gave
Did she kiss Winnie?
We gave the monks
fuck her.
weapons.
Yeah.
You gave hand crossbow and the plane shift stuff.
Scroll.
Yes.
Was it a scroll?
Rab Sirsha did a
Mhm.
lot here. Okay.
It was like a
a
schematic
scroll.
for the yes. It was not like a scroll that you could use.
No, it was a copy of the
was a
scroll. So then
copy of
in the
the-
future
yeah.
they could write their own thing with
Yes.
the yes, yeah.
I'm gonna look through Forge of Fury because I think y'all got that ruby in Forge of Fury. So I'm gonna just
I'm
search
pretty
text
sure
for
it's
ruby.
either a 500 gold ruby that's now 450 or
Mhm.
1,000 gold ruby that's now 950.
And there
or
is
something.
there is a 1,000 gold ruby that was in oddly enough the other roper that you fought. The roper in the roper's
Ah.
stomach you found a ring of spell storing and 6 gemstones, one of which was a ruby worth 1,000 GP. So
There you go.
That's probably what it was. There you go.
I think if I remember correctly, y'all did like a test to like shave off the right amount from the ruby.
Yeah.
So I think that's still
Yeah.
worth 900 because you only did it one casting, right?
Yeah, only one.
Yeah. So that ruby is still worth 950 GP.
Smash it in half again and be like, here you go.
Here you go.
Here you
And
go.
meta-wise speaking, you remember that Fazgroom offers gems at double their value and rubies at 2.5 their value. So that
Ooh.
ruby, in terms of buying stuff from Fazgroom, is worth, hold on, 950 times 2.5 is worth 2,375 gold.
Ooh, that's a lot of gold.
Nice.
Nice.
All right,
What
that's
do
very
these boots
exciting.
do? And
I do
also,
think we should get potions
Mhm.
of healing because we really, really need those.
Yeah, Winnie's looking at all the potions right now. She's
Mhm.
just like,
Narcissa staring at the shiny stuff that she can't touch and is now just tempted to steal it because she was told not to touch it. It's like, no, no.
Do it.
Out of curiosity, can I use Divine Sense?
Sure. What things does that detect?
That will be. Celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you, not behind
Nice.
total.
You immediately get a ping of undead, but it's not from Fazgroom, and it sort of draws your eyes up to the ceiling, and you can see that like all these light sources are kind of like twinkling off of his stand and like all of these items and stuff. And this like little booth that he's built into the corner of this dungeon casts this like really deep shadow behind it. And when you look up, you can see the shadow kind of has this like face that's just looking at you. Like there are two little holes in the shadow just staring down at you and watching.
that's creepy.
Ah, the security system.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I kind of point at it and I'm like, is that supposed to be here?
Don't mind Charles. He's just here to make sure I'm taken care of. You wouldn't
Guys like
believe
the thing?
the number of times you apparate into a random place in the cosmos and then someone tries to kill you. So he's worth every
would
penny.
You know,
Oh.
I believe that.
I do. I
You-
rather do.
Are you guys like a thing? You guys gone out to like dinner or something?
Oh no, entirely employer-employee relationship. I do not dip my pen in the company ink.
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid.
Fazgroom, I have this gold mask. It's really pretty. Do you happen to know anything about it?
Let me see.
It is the twin or partner of Pop Tropica's gold mask.
The Pop
Or of
Jesus
Pop Tropica's
Christ.
mask.
Do you remember what room you picked it up in?
Yeah, it was from the Siren Lady. Mermaid Lady.
Yes. Okay. Let me go to her. Let me go to her place. Do. Please tell me I didn't close that lore link tab. I did. No. Why?
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's Meow.
Meow. Where
Meow.
are you? Let's see. There we go. Child of Zotzilla. Where's the treasure? A golden mask that looks like the partner to Tloca's. Yes.
Mhm.
It is well made, well crafted. I don't sense any magic on it. I would value it at approximately 250 gold pieces. Perhaps a collector of particular historical items would value it higher, but that is not me.
I just realized I'm wearing Popolocus's necklace, right? Was that magic? That was magic, right? That's why we took it off of him.
Yeah, we took off his, like, the necklace, the mask, everything.
Y'all have so
Yeah.
much loot that has not been accounted for.
We have
was like,
I
number of
really
big
need to
beads,
sit down
I
and
know that.
calculate it.
We
Also,
have
I
a
found the
number of
ruby.
big beads.
Is episode 45, and it's worth 1,000 GP.
Yes. Nice.
Oh, bless you, Danny.
Bless you, Danny.
Bless you.
Campaign tracking. Yay, campaign tracking.
Yay!
Wait,
Let's
is that?
see.
Oh,
What?
okay.
I'm gonna go through the 78 episodes and write down our inventory.
Just speed run it. No, the necklace is not a magic item.
Okay, cool. Beautiful. Just double checking.
I don't know if anyone's wearing the bracers of defense or the ring of protection that you took off of him, but you did find bracers of defense and ring of protection.
I feel like we were waiting to see what they did, or
And then we got
Because we-
And
distracted.
then you got distracted.
yeah, because we haven't really gotten to sit down to like figure out what type of magic loot that we have to see if we want to like trade it or keep it.
Oh.
So
That's fair. What about those braces? What kind of braces were they?
Bracers of defense, which I think give you an
What
AC
does that
boost
do?
as long as you're not wearing armor or wearing a shield. Can't remember.
That would be very helpful for me.
You should wear those. And the ring of protection, what does that do?
That's an AC boost too.
That's an AC boost. Yeah, that one doesn't have any requirements. That's just a flat AC boost.
What's
Yeah.
everyone's AC?
While wearing these bracers, you
Mhm.
gain a +2 bonus to armor class if you are wearing no armor and using no shield. So it's very good for monks. It does require attunement.
What is everyone's AC?
Without a
Mine's
shield,
17
my
without it.
My AC is 13 without a shield.
Are
And
you getting a
I'm
shield?
kind of trying. I have one that you guys gave me. Mirik gave it to me.
Oh, yes.
She said, "Here,
oh, we
you
should
need
look into
this."
that mossy shield for you.
Yeah.
We,
I was
we should look
thinking-
at the mossy shield as well.
Ooh, you do have a
I
+1
was kind
shield.
of
Nice.
Yeah. I was kind of.
So what is your
My-
AC with your shield right now?
16.
Okay. And what's Mirik's? High, isn't it?
I don't think it's super high. Let me see. What is Mirror?
I think it's like 18 because of the
13.
mage armor.
It is
Oh.
13.
But what about with
but
mage
armor?
armor?
Would be. Let me see if she's got that in there. Yes, that is with mage armor.
Oh, that
She
is
has-
with
She
mage
has
armor.
very low base AC, but she's got 8 quadrillion reactions that all boost AC.
Yeah.
So that's why she often gets missed, is because she's got ways
Oh,
of
it's because
bumping
I'm
it up.
thinking of like when she casts shield that it bumps
Goes
up to 18. That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
She's got a lot of reactions to
Yeah.
muss with her AC.
Okay.
But yes,
Mine
on
is
her own, she
15.
might have the lowest
15.
AC in the party.
Yeah, 13's the lowest, so mine's 14.
And a reminder that the Ring of Protection is +1 to AC. It's also to saving throws. So you get the +1 on all of your like defensive stuff, which is pretty nice.
That's cool.
Bracers of defense are +2, but just to AC, and you can't be wearing anything else. They're very good for like monks and barbarians.
I don't think. Am I wearing anything? I'm wearing studded leather.
Yeah, so you would not be able to benefit from the bracers.
Yeah, which is.
I feel like bracers, either doing like a trade-off or giving them to Pebble would be our. Well, also I think Mirek could
Yeah.
use the bracers because Mirek doesn't wear any
Doesn't
armor.
wear armor, so yes, Mira could benefit from this.
Yes.
Yes.
I think that Pebble
I
should
could
take
go.
the braces for sure.
Pebble should take them though.
Yeah.
And then I think
I just
Mirror
don't know
should
what
take
I-
Ring of protection. Or do you not have an attunement slot?
Not. I mean,
We're
Get rid-
thin in
get
that
rid of my
vein
dragon
on the
hide belt,
shopping
but it-
episode. Yes.
We're gonna find a cursed item. That's gonna be our.
Ooh, wow. Yeah. Pebble does have a lot of attunement items.
yeah.
Damn, Pebble,
Um,
you want to like share some?
Maybe they
Well,
should go to
the
Mirror
axe
then.
I can't unattune anymore.
Yeah, you are.
Okay. Right
What
now, I
other
can't.
things?
I can't get rid of that right now.
That's funny though. You do have the bracers of defense on your sheet. I don't know if you just added those or
Oh,
not.
I just
Okay.
put that,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I wanted to
Yeah.
see if I needed a
Yeah.
attunement slot, and I did.
My dog farted.
I mean, I could drop the dragon hide belt for now.
We could always swap the two. So Mirek take the braces and you take the ring, because does the ring need attuning too?
Mhm.
Oh, it does. Okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
What is the what's the belt do?
Oh, that's for monks. I get a +1 bonus to saving throws for the DC on my key features. And I can get key points back with a roll of my martial arts die once per day.
Gives you a way to get extra key points, and it boosts the save DC on your monk features.
Which is only +1, but my DC is very low right
Just,
now.
just,
I-
Just focused on
curiously,
dexterity over wisdom.
I know that it's going to take time and effort, but just like if you could meta tell us, are any of the items in front of us here, are they all tunable, or is it
Mm.
are they plain, or
Which
just so
ones
I can
take
get
attunement?
an idea of like,
Yes.
yeah, just
And
so I
Fazgroom can
kinda
give you a
think
rundown
about-
of these. Let's see. This
Beautiful.
brooch does require it to be attuned to you.
Oh yes, what does the brooch do?
This is a brooch of shielding, which makes one
Oh.
more resistant against particular types of damage from the ethereal plane, along with the magic missile spell, which in meta speak, resistance to force damage and immunity to the magic missile spell.
That's cool.
37.
Love it.
I'm using some Griffin Saddlebag content, by the way, because their magic items are really dope and cool. This is what the boots
Nice.
look like,
That's
Ooh.
cool.
which might be getting blue screened out on
No,
mine.
they're
No,
not.
no,
They're
Oh,
it's
yeah,
okay.
okay, sorry,
a
yeah, it
little
might
bit, a little bit, but these are boots.
Just a little.
Boots of the Cloud Jumper. They allow you to jump in midair, which can be as useful as you can think of various ways of using it. These do require attunement as well.
A double jump?
It is literally a double jump. And you can use it if you use them to jump while you're falling. It prevents up to 20 feet of fall damage. So it's kind of like a little like puzzly item. You can use it to you can't cheat movement distance more than you'd be able to move, but it allows you to jump twice to expand your jumping range and get somewhere that might have required fly speed or something like that.
That's very cool.
So, quick
It would be really
question
funny
then,
if
just
it
to
was
kind of
also that you had to make the Mario Yahoo.
Yahoo!
But a quick question, just to kind of giga brain those boots, is just imagine you're falling, but then you activate it for the last 20 feet. Is it going to be you just kind of nicely feather fall down, or is it
It prevents
literally
up
you're
to
going to
20
still
feet.
make
So you'll still make impact from that. So if you fell 80 feet, you could use the boots to shave 20 feet of that off. So you'd only take the 66 fall damage instead of 8d6.
Okay.
It's not
Or
quite a feather
you could
fall.
Or you could just jump down from 20 feet whenever you wanted, right?
Yes, yeah. You'd be able to do 20 feet jumps all the time. No problems.
Yeah, cool.
That's so cool.
That's fucking cool parkour.
And when they do,
Yeah.
when you do the jump in midair, they poof little clouds out of like what you're pushing out of. This
I love it.
This iron leaf oaken shield also requires attunement. This is particularly only attunable by those aligned with nature's most powerful elements. I believe those who can inhabit the shapes of wild animals. It follows you into those shapes, bolstering your form. So the iron leaf oaken shield is only attunable by druids. You get a +1 AC bonus on top of the usual, but when you transform into a beast while holding it, the iron leaf vines and wooden shield latch onto your bestial form, granting you a +1 bonus to your AC while transformed in that way. Normally, you don't get those AC bonuses in the form, and then this is what that shield looks like.
It's sort of cool. I like it. How much is
Let's
that?
put that into the maybe. Let's put that into the maybe pile.
That
Just
one.
kind of collect it in our shopping cart.
That one is 500 gold pieces.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Let's do it.
This golden torque here is a necklace of adaptation. It allows you to, I believe, if, for example, all of the air in this place was some sort of vile, poisonous gas, you would be able to breathe normally without any sort of ill effects. That
How?
one does require
We're showing
attunement.
this one.
Just
Well, that would have
hypothetically.
been really nice.
Wait, what about underwater? Does it also help for like converting underwater to oxygen, or is it
does,
just with
yes.
poison?
It allows you to breathe normally in any environment and gives you more resistance when you are attempting to ward off the effects or end the effects of poisons.
That's pretty cool.
That one requires attunement.
Absolutely.
Let me see. Let me flip through my catalog here.
Looking through his notes.
My
So
notebook.
thorough, sir. How much is that? How much is that? Torque.
The necklace of adaptation costs 400
Yes.
gold pieces.
Okay. Well, I need to like write. I'm gonna put this in the Tails
Yes.
chat just so we know. Okay, shield.
This is a ring of wind. And he gestures to that little like band of wind that's flowing around the ring, the finger. This is useful in that it can help you, it can give you the casting of the spell Wall of Wind, but only in a circle around yourself. This one doesn't require attunement, it's just a nice little bauble.
That's rather cool.
450 gold pieces if you are interested in that. This particular item, and he looks at Narkissa, who is clearly eyeballing the crossbow. This is called Reap and Sow. It is a small, where is it? It is a light crossbow that is magical in that it will aid in both attacks and damage. It also is, whoever built this had a penchant for sewing. The needle-like bolt is actually where most of the magic of this device is contained. Should you ever lose it, it will cease to have magical effects for 24 hours till it can regenerate and recapture its magical needle. But it also has the ability to sew your targets in place and limit their movement temporarily. I should warn you though, I've had a few customer complaints from this one in the past. I've been able to wheel and deal it over a couple of times. So I've installed a no return policy on this one.
What were the
What would they make
complaints exactly?
Hobby-driven insomnia is what I heard.
Hobby
Insomnia?
Cursed. I can smell a curse.
Smell a curse. If anyone wants to make a
Curse, no
Arcana
curse.
check,
Yes.
Can't sleep.
Arcana
I'll try
or
it, I'll try
Insight.
it.
Let's go.
I am proficient.
Hey,
Damn it! I got a
what's-
natural one. Fuck my life.
What?
You said
What's
insight or
You can do insight,
Oh
yeah.
god, my
Wait.
It's a high
Wait,
DC because you're
what's
trying to
skill?
guess at what a curse does, and he's being very veiled about it. But yes,
No.
What
What
could
skill
Mirek
is
roll
it?
for Arcana because they're smart?
Arcana or
Arcana is
Insight.
Is Arcana
smart?
intelligence? What is it?
Yes, it is intelligence.
Okay.
Arcana is, yeah, is intelligence. Whereas
So it
I
would
think
be
insight
Arcana
is wisdom.
If Mirik did it, right?
Mira can
Who
do
are
it.
we having roll?
Anyone can roll.
I'm gonna-
This
hang
is just funsies.
Hobby
I'm
driven.
Hang on, Matt. I'm casting Enhance ability, and I'm tapping Mirik,
Nice.
and I am going to give her Fox's Cunning.
Nice.
Advantage on intelligence checks.
In that case, I want you to roll for her. You roll 2d20,
Oh.
and I'll give you Mirik's Arcana. Let's mispronunciate. Arcana. What's her Arcana bonus? Plus
Roll.
7. So roll with advantage. You got a plus 7.
Damn, Daniel.
Is it me? Am I rolling?
Yes, you're rolling.
Okay.
Do it.
I don't know why I thought it was Narkissa rolling.
It is.
To be fair, I was also campaigning for Mirik to roll, so
I rolled a 4 and a 13. And
So
so
it-
13
plus
plus
7,
7
20.
is 20.
Nice. You would guess that
Okay.
there's some sort of compulsion to do an activity. You're not sure. Mirik's not sure when it triggers or how, but the little like bolt very much looks like a sewing needle. So it's gotta be like you are forced to sew stuff. To what end? Who knows? But mechanically,
People.
the crossbow has 4 charges and regains 1d4 expended charges each day at dawn. When you fire the special bolt from this crossbow and hit a large or smaller creature, you can expend 1 charge to tether that creature to a point on the ground adjacent to it. If the creature attempts to move more than 10 feet away from that point before the end of its next turn, it must succeed on a DC 15 strength save or have its movement speed reduced to 0 until the start of its turn. So basically you can like somewhat sew someone to the ground as long as they are large or smaller using this bolt.
That's insane.
how much?
Reap and sow is 2,340 gold pieces.
2,340.
Even with the no return
Insomnia
policy, perhaps a discount.
The no
You're
return
talking.
policy is already factored into that discount. It is a powerful item. Magic is valuable even with its consequences.
You're not wrong.
What are all these potion bottles as I look at the ones that aren't the regular red?
He sort of makes a quick glance over the rapier after the discussion of, oh, that's
Oh,
so
yes.
costly for the reap and sow. He's just like, they're not going to want to hear
No.
that one.
But what's the repair?
They're just staring sadly at the rapier. Just-
I mean, I will tell
No,
you.
you
if
can't
need to
skip it.
know. I can't
Yes,
skip
tell
it.
us.
It's not allowed. This one is my current pride and joy. I have very much enjoyed adding it to my collection. I hope to one day find a good home for it, but it will take some time. This is called the Rose Basket, and I will show you a little picture of it. Not the ones that look like flowers. It is this one. So
That's a little misleading.
you can't quite see it. It looks way more appropriate to the name because the basket hilt has like vines with thorns on
Yeah.
them, and there is a little rose adorning the cross guard, and also the finger guard that arcs down the handle has like little thorny protrusions. This one is very special. It is particularly magically enchanted to aid in both accuracy and potency. It also deals extra light. Whenever you stab it into something, it will burn them from the inside with... I haven't quite figured out if it's divine power or if it's radiation poisoning, but either way, it's very interesting.
Very cool.
You can also summon an entire field of roses, which will confound your enemies, pricking them and poking them and making them slow down. So it is...
Romantic.
It is +2 to attack and damage. It deals an extra 1d8 radiant damage to any shape changer or fae that it hits. And as an action,
Oh,
you can speak the rapier's command word and touch its point to the ground at your feet. When you do, silver rose bushes sprout from the ground in a 25-foot square centered on your location. The area becomes difficult terrain, and when a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. While holding this rapier, you could pass through this area as if it were normal terrain, and you don't take damage from moving within it. The rose bushes remain for 1 minute or until you dismiss them as a bonus action. Once it's been used, you can't use it again until the next dawn. So you basically summon up an entire, like, I'm forgetting the name of the spell, but like the spike trap spell that makes the ground super pointy and bad. You could summon one of those, but it's shaped like silver roses in an area.
Spike growth.
Yes, spike growth.
Like that.
That one, yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Indeed.
That
I mean,
one, that one is rather costly, though.
With the gems we have, we can afford big purchase.
That's true.
How much is the rapier?
It would be 30,000 gold pieces.
Whoa.
We're not that rich.
Yeah.
But it
That
is
one's-
wonderful.
Put it on the maybe list as we look at some
It
of the
could be
smaller
Yes.
aspirational.
Maybe we could save up for that.
Surely I'll see you again. Perhaps you can get it then.
Surely.
Yeah.
As for the
You
potions,
write down the name of it so I can ask my papa.
As for the potion, these are simple healing potions. I'm sure you're aware of those. One of minor potency, one of greater potency. So, regular potion of healing, potion of greater healing. So 2d4 plus 2, 4d4 plus 4. 50 gold for the minor, 200 for the greater. And this one is a potion of fire breath. I'm sure your draconic member has plenty of talents around this area, be it fire or otherwise. I can see those scales are not red. But it can be useful all the same. 250 gold pieces for that particular concoction. And then there's this for the vein. A bath potion. Makes you squeaky clean. Only 50 gold pieces
Did
for
you
that
just
one.
engage in racial stereotyping?
No, I was merely
How much was the
complimenting
fire
your
breathing
companion-
potion?
Scales.
I was really complimenting your companion's natural magical affinity for breath weapons, along with the recognition that likely, unless you are some sort of spectacular example of uniqueness, she probably cannot breathe fire.
That is fair.
We did drink some goo one time, and it made us breathe fire. That was cool.
That would be cool.
Which was the fire breath potion again?
250 gold
Does it taste
pieces.
like fireball?
It didn't taste good.
I once met a man named Mr. Worldwide who only consumed potions of fire breathing. Yes, Danny got it. Yeah, Danny's with me.
Alright, just because I know my one wife will be intrigued, what spells are on your scroll cabinet
What's
of
troll?
vintage one?
Nobody. He sort of like waves in front of his like little like viper slit nose. Nobody wants the bath potion, apparently. Okay, fair enough. Moving right along to the spell skills.
No, I'm looking at that. Okay.
I mean, we can only use it once, and we've been here for days. It doesn't. It'd be very
That's
helpful.
fair. You never know when you might need to make a good
I-
first impression.
That's so true.
In terms of spell scrolls, I have a spell scroll of Spare the Dying, although it has been heavily modified from its original intent. I believe it can be used at a distance. Spell scroll
That's
of
cool.
a Witch Bolt, a Chromatic Orb. This one, and he like sort of like delicately like tipple taps on the scroll case of one of them. This one I actually made myself. It was after I found the two of you. I got some inspiration from some of the glyphs in that particular shrine to one of the ancient red dragons. This is called a Shadowlan Stride.
Ooh, ooh.
And this
How the
one-
how do you spell that?
in the
Circles.
common tongue, ASHARDALON apostrophe S. That one is 800 gold pieces. And this one, and he tipple taps on another scroll case, this one looking far more ornate and special. This one is a spell scroll of Gate Seal. It is 3,500
Ooh.
gold pieces.
Ga-
But it allows,
Gate as in like gardening gate, or gate as in like
as in
in,
portal,
like a particular?
it allows you
okay,
to
okay.
create an area, a small area, but for 24 hours it is barred from any sort of interdimensional travel. A little niche, but very powerful if you know how to apply it.
No apparating.
Yes, for a time and for only a small place, but still.
All right.
Your machine that combines things, is that a item to buy or an item to use?
An item to use. I will be keeping that. This is priceless.
Nice.
But
Beautiful.
you can
Alright, I just wanted to double check.
you can absolutely provide gems specifically to pay for the service cost. They are used as part of the magical manufacturing process in combining said items.
How much would it be to combine that shield that you've got there and the shield that I have right now?
That would be... Both of them are uncommon, right? +1 shield is +1 shield rare? That wouldn't make sense. No, it's uncommon. Good.
No.
I don't know, man. Trying to figure it out.
I'm just trying to figure it out. That would be 500 gold
My
worth of
inventory.
gems in order to combine them. However, I don't know how much could be gained from combining them. It's possible that they might receive a bolstering to their abilities, but typically it is for when you want the more unique properties of two items to be smushed together. So I've heard.
So I could combine a +1 shield with a +1 bow, and it would make it a +1 bow? No, a +1 shield with a regular bow, and then just with the +1 get put onto the bow?
That's
Is that how it works?
It
Upgrades
requires
one
magic
item.
items on both sides. It is
On
the
both
magic
sides,
that
okay.
is being extracted and reconfigured.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if we
All right.
had
Here's a
spider
tricky
climb
thing.
gloves and missile snaring gloves, then maybe perhaps they could become spider climbing and missile snaring gloves.
It might be. It'd be interesting to see what sort of
Gotcha.
would it use the adhesive properties at all times. And he's just sort of got this like far off look in like all 6 of his little beady eyes as he's just like, it is kind of I've heard some refer to it as a crapshoot, but it can be useful if you're willing to take a risk.
Because we could
Okay.
combine those
here's-
braces with Pebble's belt, and then they get this. They get a plus. Like then they've got a ring of protection with a +2. It's pretty much the exact same thing as that, and plus the key point bonuses that you get.
Or alternatively, he said it was a crapshoot, so perhaps they would not change anything.
And
Perhaps
Pebble
on-
would
Here's
still only have
something.
to attune to one item. That is a possibility of the combination of both of them. Just an-
Yeah, it would be good.
I have a curiosity. What would happen if I attempted to combine my ring of spell storing with the necklace of adaptability?
I have no idea.
It's
But
all
you could try.
terrifying. Can we put a save point here and then do some crafting and then
I actually
Reload.
sell save points for the low price of 100,000 gold pieces.
I love that.
Okay, no self-saving for that.
It's a bit like when you're playing Pokemon and you pass the bicycle store, but all the bicycles are like 9 million gold or whatever.
Yeah.
You gotta wait until
I
you're
remember
gifted the
remember seeing that and feeling so gypped, and then it was like, oh wait,
Yeah.
here, I get a ticket for it as part of the plot. There we go. It's okay.
bicycle. Mhm.
is a potion
It's
counted
fine.
as magic?
It is magic. I will say one of the there are a few knowns to the process.
Okay.
First off, if any of the items require attunement that are going into it, the final item will also require attunement. If one of the items is cursed, the curse will likely carry forward. It might get worse in whatever the final product is. And if one of the
I love
items is a temporary, fleeting, or consumable type of enchantment, the final item will have some means of becoming unmagical through use. I will also warn you that there is a level of physical compatibility. For example, I once had a potion of fire breathing combined with a longbow. The person aimed to create a flaming longbow, a very classic and useful item. What it ended up making is a puddle of fiery wood. useful, but you had to get your enemy onto it, and then it hurt really badly for a long time.
Puddle of wood.
But carrying a puddle is difficult.
Hard work.
Just
Okay.
a bit.
Just gonna.
That said, I have seen
Okay,
that same logic prove out to be perfectly fine.
Well, let's talk, shall we?
I always love talking business.
Huddle.
Huddle up, huddle up, huddle up.
Huddle up, huddle up. We all stick our heads in a circle together. What are we doing? I liked the shield.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we
I
can
think the shit.
easily get that. Wait, sorry, Matt. You said Fazgroom does double the.
Double value for gems, not for the machine. The fusion machine takes them at face value, but if you give him a gem for 200 gold pieces, he'll treat it as 400 gold pieces for the purposes of buying an item.
Okay.
Love it.
Yeah. Okay.
So, our ruby is about 2,000 gold pieces, correct?
Mhm.
Just over.
Something like that.
Wait, the shield? I thought the shield was
No,
500.
the ruby. The ruby is
The ruby.
2.5.
If we were to sell the ruby, it would be about 2,000.
Right, so that could get us almost or about to the crossbow.
Yeah.
But you
want
lick
the
in
first
insomnia.
crossbow?
I'm willing to take a gamble to Narkis having insomnia would actually be pretty solid considering like dreaming is kind of a scary thing for her anyway, so just like, hi guys. And she would just treat it like
while I cure diseases and make poisons.
I'm just gonna be like sewing a little outfit for a plush that I've been working on, just like it just happens.
That bitch has got tummy issues and insomnia.
Yeah, the two items I am personally intrigued by is the necklace and the crossbow. Those are kind of my two. The ones that I think would also be beneficial for the what?
What was the necklace again?
It's the necklace of adaptability. So it's basically like wear it and it gives you immunity to like poisons and stuff and lets you breathe underwater.
You're muted, Matt, if you're trying to say anything.
Sorry. Welcome in, Orc Skull Raiders. I saw you. I didn't see you pop in, but you're just in time for the party finally spending all of their flush cash on a mid-dungeon loot drop, kind of, by way of Fazgroom, potentially combining some of their magic items into new magic items. We don't know. We'll see.
Thanks, Ras.
Fazgroom, what was the thing that you said that a Chardalon's stride does?
I didn't actually explain that spell. A Chardalon's stride allows you to move about, creating a fiery path of destruction in your wake.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah. I think Magic Wife would very much enjoy that.
I think Magic Wife would love that. How much was that one again? Let's see.
That one.
I just looked at it.
Was I just said it 1 moment ago.
800.
800.
Wasn't it 800?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I will say one other thing about the magic item combinator, whatever it ends up being called. We're still workshopping a name. Sort of the problem of if its inventor meeting an untimely demise at its completion, is that there is small opportunities for the magic to go crosswise and for unusual properties to be bestowed on the final object. It still maintains the beneficial properties of whatever it was, but again, is the shape due to the shape, or is the shape due to magic being strange and incompatible at times?
Magic is quite strange.
Sorry, I just saw Bun's original message, and it's just Ash Samaga Thing Stride 800G. I spelled it for you. I spelled it.
You went too fast, and I was too embarrassed to say repeat it again, please. I'm so fucking dumb.
No, you're not dumb.
It is a hard word.
We
It's a
had-
crazy dragon name.
Say it with me. Audio processing disorder.
Yes.
Just so you guys know,
Um,
we have 1,830 gold worth of gems, which translate to 3,660 in his dollars of
And-
gems,
Okay.
not including the ruby.
In Fazgroom
the
coin.
ruby is
So in
And
addition
the
the ruby
ruby
is
was
2,000. 300
Yeah.
So that
So that
that
would be fine.
the ruby itself would just get the crossbow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I just mean for everything else as well.
Yeah, give me insomnia. Let's go. I'll take it. I'll be cursed with Pebble. High five. And technically too, just everybody getting the curse.
Just because I do
Haley-
think that we should spend a good chunk on a few scrolls.
how much?
Because they'll be permanent for Myrick, right?
How much did you say we had
Well,
in
it's-
gems?
If she can take the
Uh,
time to also like spend the ink, like there's additional cost to copy them into her spellbook, but if she takes
Yes.
that time and resource, yes, they can be permanent spells.
What amount do you want? Do you want the amount that we have literally, or the amount that it's worth in Fazgroom?
Both.
Okay, 1,830
Okay.
and then 3,660.
3660. And then
And then
for
the jet
ruby.
the ruby was 2,365?
7-5.
7.5.
7,5.
7, 5.
So in total we've got 6,035 gold to spend at Fazgrooms where the
Just
where the
with-
rate goes the best for the gems.
Those-
Just with
Those
gems.
denizens of Lang love their rubies, man.
Yeah, this is just gems because I feel like we should save our gold, right? But maybe we should also save some gems.
Notably,
but
the machine requires gems, and those are at face
Yeah.
value. So, like, if you want to do the
Yeah, but I
combo
think we
thing,
should buy all the things first and then think
See what
about
you
the
got left over.
transformations. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I will remind, because just for purposes of like if you want to do stuff to combine a Tron, one item that I know got picked up and then never attended to again was the weird rusty dagger that you found in the insect room.
I was actually about to ask about that.
Yes.
So Narcissa's
Rusty
gonna
dagger.
reach into her bag and be like, so Fazgroom, tell me, what do you think of this dagger? I found it in a altar for cats.
You did not find it in the altar for cats. It was in the insect room. It was somewhere else.
No, it was in the cat room on the like.
There was
On the-
also a jade sacrificial, like culty dagger on that altar. There's two daggers. One of them is magical and looks like trash. The other one is non-magical but looks amazing.
Okay, that's where my crossfires were happening because I
Trashy one
remember.
was at, like,
yeah,
the bottom of a bug pile.
Yes.
yeah. So
Bug and
puts that down.
Yes.
All right.
I will quote literally from the book. In the Nest of the Warriors, which is what that insect room is called, the shiny objects in the beetle's nest are odd pieces of metal, polished rocks, broken crystal, some things you didn't find, and a +1 dagger that looks like junk. But if you give it, are you giving that to Fazgroom just to get his appraisal of it?
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
This is rather interesting. It is the extant form of life, if that quote means anything to you. It is
Extant form of life.
it is decay, or it is a little symbol of decay. The main problem with this is that while looking grubby, it certainly fits an aesthetic, and he like literally breaks off a piece of the blade and just sort of like flicks it away, but then like spins it into reverse grip in the hand, and it's just like sort of healed over. It's wavery, it's jagged, it's yucky, but it just seems to like constantly fall apart without actually falling apart.
I love it.
If you were to truly
So
get unlucky, I have the sense that this would actually expire. But until then, it is a perfectly usable magical weapon. Translation: if you roll a natural 1 on the attack roll, it breaks and becomes non-magical. Up until that point, it is a functional +1 dagger.
Man. Love it.
Curious, would you purchase this dagger to put into your wares?
I could see trade, not outright purchase. It is interesting. It is a curiosity, which are my favorite. I'm sure someone could be of use. I would be fascinated to see what happens if it goes to the machine, but that is entirely up for you to decide. I would give 20 gold of credit for this.
Does it give
Perhaps
someone
though-
tetanus?
No,
That's what happens when you stab someone. It just gives them Legitty, I kind of want to give it to like Winnie or Saoirse. It just seems like it fits.
Yeah.
Like
Does
there.
it have to be attuned, though?
Matt,
Pardon?
What?
does it have to be attuned?
Nope, it is just no attunement on the +1 dagger.
Oh, for sure. I would 100% take that dagger. That dagger looks so cool.
I don't want it. My hands are full.
Your hands are full? All of your hands? Really? That's crazy.
No, I have one hand free for magic casting.
Okay. Well,
One hand with
One hand
torch,
free to-
2 hands with swords.
One hand
You
free
only
to
need swords.
wife hand.
Yes.
I want to know. Sorry, Matt was whispering to me.
Whispers, whispers.
So yes, I would like the potions of healing, and that's all I need.
Very well, I will set those to the side, just to make sure nothing bad happens to them.
Thank you.
Hmm.
How many are there?
1 minor and 1 greater.
Oh yeah, perfect.
If we hand over the ruby and pay for the crossbow, is that like 35 that we can put towards something else?
I would honor the
Yeah,
extra.
sure.
Yes, I would honor the extra value of that. That is quite a ruby. And like he literally like a little bit of that tongue flick out, like salivating, looking at it.
We did try to make it nice for someone, but that didn't work out.
Not when it's worth 2.5 gold exchange rate.
I'm sorry, the ruby's got to be the first one to go out of all of them. It's like, yes, we should probably keep some gems for stuff, but also this ruby is
Suddenly this entire party is in currency trading. I've turned you all into day traders.
Yes, ruby's now what we're looking out for.
Mm-hmm.
To start
well, just
yanking out
that's just
statues
the
and stuff.
thing. The next time he could be like, I want sapphires.
Actually, give me ooh, Narkissa, Dreamlands lore. What are we doing? If this was Pathfinder 2, we'd 100% be asking for Dreamlands lore. It's not, so I'm just gonna ask you for either Arcana or History, whichever you prefer.
History.
Want some herstory on?
Her story.
Oh, that is a 25.
25. It is now like all clicking in that this guy is a denizen of Lang. He is from the Plateau of Lang, which is one of those like weird fixed places in the Dreamlands that is like, it's always there. It occasionally changes form and shape. Oddly enough, the Grimace Fist Beckoning Dream one shot that we did, I never mentioned it specifically, but that you were in Lang when you did that little like dive in. That was where you were. That's why the original currency was gemstones, but then y'all changed it to wood, and so that was a lot of fun. But yes,
Well, you know.
so
Which means he might be having a delayed reaction.
you might be having a delayed reaction, or it's gone full circle already. Oh no! Oh no!
Whoa. What the fuck just happened?
Hello?
I have no idea what
I think
happened.
we're all here.
That was a lot.
Discord
Yes.
had a small moment, but we're going to excuse its temper tantrum and we're going to keep playing.
Bigger moment. It's a bigger moment.
Oh no, does it keep going?
If
No, I
it's
think
It kept going for
second.
me for a little bit.
Bun is teleporting
No.
around. Raz is staring into oblivion.
Yeah. See, that's why I'm like moving around to just kind of test
Yep.
people's like video, but it's like I'm also paying attention to like if there's any like audio delay for folks, because like
Raz
Matt,
is-
you're just like frozen, but I can still hear you.
Oh, am I frozen? Because I'm moving around.
And-
I'm moving around on my end.
Yeah.
Maybe we should.
It's changing between people. Like sometimes you're fine,
Yeah.
sometimes you're frozen.
We are gonna really quick.
It's
Just
not consistent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quick jump us to the break screen for all those watching at home. and we're gonna do a quick like drop and reconnect on this call to try and solve this problem. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
We're back. We weren't back for a moment on stream, but we are back. Yes, Discord.
Are we back?
We're back.
We're back.
Discord was a little futzy.
Thank
We're
you.
back. We're doing stuff. Thank you for your patience. Yeah. You were in the middle of not haggling, but figuring out what you wanted to purchase/do.
What item?
Since I'm technically a divine caster, even though I'm not a full caster, could I use that spare that
I don't think it's on it's not on the paladin spell list because you are, but anyone can use spell scrolls. We have a homebrew rule. Anyone can use it. It's just a test to be able to use it if it's not on your spell list and not of a level you can already cast. So it would be a test.
Right, I don't get cantrips.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now what I would do is I would allow yours to be religion test rather than arcana test if you wanted to, because it is on the divine list, but I don't think any of your intelligence skills are spectacular. So, yeah.
On neither.
You'd be opening up and being like,
never mind.
No, that's Greek.
I don't know what that says. Never mind, don't give me that.
Don't give me that. I don't want that.
Okay.
I can't read.
I can't read.
That's this spell can't stop me because I can't read.
I'm a sign, not God.
All right.
I don't know, man. Let's see. I definitely want the shield. For sure.
Shield. Yeah, I was going to definitely say, in terms of like magic items, like I said, I would like the necklace of adaptability, just because after everything we've been through today, it just sounds very nice. And the crossbow, just because I gave up my magic crossbow, and the crossbow has been very helpful. And I'd also recommend the shield, especially since it would work with Circe's shifting ability, which I think is very important. And if you want Circe, we could maybe see about like trading off and selling your current shield so that you can have this shield. I don't know if you're allowed to have two shields.
You definitely
Just
you definitely
double
have two.
shielding.
Yeah, the Dark Souls double shield build. Which every time I remember that exists in the core rulebook of Fabula Ultima, I just get that much more happy about that system. You can like dual wield shields in that system. But anyways,
That's cool.
there's nothing that stops you from having two
And-
shields like in your inventory, but you can't equip two shields. At least you can, but you
Yeah.
don't gain the benefits, right? Blah, 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 blah.
And I'm also not very strong. So
There is
You
no
get the shield master feat.
there is no strength requirement on the Iron Leaf Oaken shield, just so you know. It looks very much like a tower shield, like almost like a kite shield in that image, but like it could be just like normal size for your arm.
How much was the Witch Bolt scroll?
50 GP.
was
50.
50?
So
Alright,
we've
I will.
got 500,
Right.
2340, 250, 50, and 800. Let's actually do some math. Oh, wait, the potions. One was 200, one was 50. Is that
Yes.
right? Or have I got that wrong?
Yep.
Alright, cool, perfect.
Mhm.
500 plus 2350, 2340.
Okay, if we hand over one emerald, that'll get us the.
We need 3940 for everything that we've said so far, with nothing for Pebble as of yet.
I don't think I need anything.
I
We've got enough
would
to cover
like,
that easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would we have perhaps an extra few hundred so that perhaps I could try to combine my staff with that dagger and we can see what happens?
If we use,
Because my staff
Does
is
it
a
have
bit
to be
clunky
one?
And
does it have to be one gem at a time, or like just the combined?
it's true, it only takes gems. So
For the
What
combination
would
machine that can take any number of gems, some of it is a cost to me, the other of it is into the actual refining of the materials.
Is there a set
Indeed.
cost, or is it per magic item level?
It is
or-
based on the most potent magic that you are providing to the machine.
What are the levels of your
Okay.
the two magic items?
that's a great question. Well, my
The staff is rare.
Rare. That's scary. I don't know if I
So
wanna
what is a
do it.
rare cost in gem?
That one would require 4,000 gold pieces worth of gems.
That is so much.
Too much.
No.
We can't.
Too
afford
much.
that.
We can't.
That's definitely a aspiration purchase.
Now,
Yeah.
if you are in need of gems, I do have some. So I would be happy to take gold in exchange for gems in order to get you the rest of the way there to operate the machine.
I don't
Platinum's
think we're quite
10
rich
to
enough.
1, isn't it?
10 to 1, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That'd be.
Yeah, I don't
we would
think
have
That'd be
that's-
all of our money.
770.
No, it's fine. Never mind. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Next time.
On
Seeing as we're not
Survivor.
doing that, could I get the wind ring for fun?
Dude.
How much was that again?
That was 450.
Oh shit.
Maybe it would be a.
In my head I was like,
I
if
mean-
it's under 300, I'm gonna say yes.
I love that
We-
challenge though. If it's under this amount, I'm gonna get it. Goes over. God.
I mean,
You do
I mean, we
also
can
have
get this,
magic
though.
items that you could trade to me for value of a certain
I
amount.
don't want to give away any of my things.
That is your choice,
mean,
of
we-
course.
I would give
we
away
have
my
that
fucking
amount.
food.
for you though
A what?
to get that.
Yeah.
You have a shield of your own that is of this quality, and he sort of taps on the lesser shield that he has.
Ooh. What? What did he say?
He
I'm
has
confused.
a +1 shield. He's
So-
asking if you also have a +1 shield.
Oh yes, I
So
do.
basically doing a trade-off so that you just sell
You
your
could.
But
I-
that-
plus one shield.
That shield's not the one that we want to get though.
No.
No. It's a shield that
We want the
Cersei
oak one.
already has that was given to
Yeah.
her by Merrick. So
And how
this
much
would
is
just
that
be
worth?
But I could shuffle it in there with the gems and everything and try to.
I sell this for 300 gold pieces. Are you willing to... What would you be willing to... wanting to exchange it for? Are you wanting it for one of the items or to help with the costs of this machine?
Damn. Why did he have to word it like that?
I only say so because...
One of the items, for sure.
If you want it for one of the items, I would be willing to give you 200 gold worth of credit for the shield. If it was for the machine,
Okay.
I'd give you full price. Because honestly,
then
I just want to
then-
see the machine happen.
Then the ring only costs 250 gold, and that's under budget.
Yeah, we could do that.
That's girl math.
There it is. You're so right.
Only if you're willing to part with it. I don't want to take your things.
No, it was a gift to me, so as long as Mirik is okay with us selling it so that you can have a ring, it will be fun. And I
Also, might not be a bad idea to look at our magic item inventory to see if there's anything we might be willing to part with.
Yeah. And if you do want to combine some stuff, maybe. What is an uncommon worth? What is an uncommon amount?
500 gold of gems can handle that level of magic.
Is the Ring of Wind an uncommon item or rare?
I believe so. It is uncommon. Yes.
I wonder what a Ring of Wind and a Wand of Entanglement would combine into. That feels like two fun items rather than there being
does.
curses and
Yeah.
natural one destroyings and all the other things that
To
can.
be fair, Matt did
You
say
could-
that if there was a curse attached to the item, it would carry over. So
Yeah, that's
I
what
feel
I'm
like
saying.
that, like,
There's, I don't
Oh.
have. There's nothing
Yeah.
bad
There is,
attached to
yeah.
these items that I know about.
there is always a chance through the power of fusion that something gets added to the mix. Some combination results in an unusual facet, but so far I haven't seen anything too catastrophic emerge from it.
Perhaps aside from whatever claimed its inventor, of course.
Oh, of
Um,
course, yes.
Of course. Well, what if you did the ring of protection and the wind ring? Because then they're both rings and it could be actually an incredibly beneficial combination.
That's true, but then
Good
that
amount.
means I'm taking the Ring of Protection.
That's true. I wasn't sure if anybody.
Which I'm
had
happy to
decided
do
they
because it'll
wanted it.
give me a bonus to my AC because I'm always dying. But
Yeah.
true. Only reason why I would want the Ring of Protection is I'm always in the crossfire of Mirik's magic.
I know, right?
Danger close.
Well, and also now I have like abilities where if I pass, I don't take damage.
how many
Yes.
slots
So-
have you got left after the necklace? Attunement slots.
Oh, if I got that, I would have one left. Because I
Okay.
currently have one attunement slot is taken by the Ring of Spell Storing, then I'd have two. And then if I happen to do...
And the crossbow needs one.
Does the crossbow need
I
one?
believe the crossbow needs one. Let me double check.
So you'd be full anyway.
Yeah.
Yes,
And I've got one
requires
slot
attunement.
left.
Oh, yeah. I guess the attunement needs to be the insomnia.
You want these two destroyed scroll cases? They're completely and utterly waterlogged, but I have them.
I wish I could send a message to Mark to ask him about the plant bane like sword, because that would be an interesting one to like trade in.
Ooh, yeah. The +1
Yeah, it would.
longsword.
Can anyone
Because
use
they
that?
already have the axe.
Mm-hmm. They have the
Yeah.
axe, but they do have whatchamacallit? Blah. They also are proficient in the longsword, and
Okay.
or they're not proficient yet, but they're training that proficiency.
So they're
Sure.
training it. We should keep it.
I will also say I will allow
I don't have any
for
other magic items except for Craig, and I don't want to. I put him in the machine, but I'm not giving him up.
that would be. I think that would just be an experience for Craig. I don't know if anything would result from it necessarily. If you put
I
the
thought I could
cage in,
boost him.
if you put the cage in, then something might happen. But I have no idea what.
You also have your magic sponges,
To
Winnie.
pull back the veil a bit for Haley to understand, the cage is the magic item that lets you summon Craig, the
Summon.
Rapple. Once Craig is here,
yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah.
just a dude. The cage is what lets you keep summoning him.
Yeah.
And also, I will say,
Oh my god.
if you
I've
want
got
to,
to combine the bag of tricks and the raffle cage.
oh
to
my
create
god,
a bag of summoning.
I love it. No, please.
Okay, how much does
let's
this
do
cost?
what else?
I'm here for it.
What I'll say is that
Patrick won't attack me anymore.
if you want, if you want to say, hey, we do things. Here are the things we definitely do, and then here are the things we maybe do, and we're gonna leave that till next episode so that Mark can weigh in.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I need all of you in the same room. But yes, you can absolutely do that. There could be some wiggle room there.
I think the items
you
that
for-
we've written down are the things that we're definitely getting.
Yeah.
So we are
Yeah,
definitely
I-
getting
No, I will.
the what was it?
Shield, crossbow, potions, witch bolt, and a Chardalon stride.
Gotcha. And you are paying for those with all
adding-
gems or with coins and gems?
Well, I added up all of that plus the necklace and the ring of wind minus the
Oh, I
200.
forgot the necklace.
And-
Sorry.
And I
Oh, I was just
we
gonna
have
put that in maybe.
more than enough with in gem in Fazgroom's gem logic. We have we would still have over 1,000,
Yeah.
so we're fine.
Dope.
So I think we're
If I
paying
did that
for
right.
it in almost all gems.
Mhm.
Do you reckon we should just get rid of some gold just to like clear, like just here, take all the silver.
What I will say is that if you
Should
want to
we-
use the machine, I have enough gems that you could practically use the gold as if it were gems.
Yeah. But we've
So,
already
so
got
he would be doing a
1,000.
1-to-1 trade.
Mhm.
Is what I'm hearing is that he'd do a
Yes.
1-to-1 trade with like. Okay.
Okay.
But the gems in the machine aren't worth double or 2 times 5.
Correct.
They're
That
worth
is only
their
my
regular price.
idiosyncrasy. The machine.
So we don't actually have enough. We don't. Not
But
after
we could
buying
give
everything.
him the gold, right?
You could.
And then
Yeah, but
he's
he needs
supplying them.
3,000 gold worth
Oh, yeah.
of gems. And
Yeah,
we
but not
have
for me.
1,000.
We're talking about for whatever you were doing.
Yeah, that was only 400 worth, but that would still be 50%
Mm-hmm.
of our money. Well, just yeah, out of our gold.
I will also offer you the opportunity to take on debt. It is not my favorite
Ah!
type of collection, but
Ah!
you can.
How dare
Okay,
you
and-
speak that name here?
If you want to use platinum, that would be like half platinum and we still have all
Yeah,
the
that's
gold.
true.
So
Do it.
Do
What
it.
are we combining?
Are you collecting gems for sparkle currency, good sir?
Whatever you want.
It is a very gems never lose their value. Gold ebbs and flows as civilizations fall and rise. Gems are eternal.
Something like that.
They're also extremely useful in the creation of magic items. So there's a little bit of insider
yeah, I
trading
can-
happening here. Don't tell
Yeah, no, I
anyone.
can agree with that. I have a friend who looks at magic gems. I think she has a thesis on it.
the thesis.
What's a thesis?
It's just a
Like a
fancy
dog.
paper you write from college.
It's a book without pictures.
But yes, if you are
Sounds
strapped
good.
for cash, as some might say, you two have proven to be very worthwhile customers, trustworthy. You seem to be continually flowing into more and more windfalls. I would be happy to extend you a line of credit.
We have enough to pay for it, so we shouldn't take a line of credit.
Yes,
Just
we
have to
enough
decide
pay for it.
what we want to combine.
Okay.
Unless want to get that rapier.
Good know, right?
30,000?
We just We'll just need to give him an onyx a month for like 30 years.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'll give him Papa's number. This is who's co-signing this loan.
Yeah.
For this repair.
You just immediately get a
I've got
sending
the
from
collateral.
Papa. Fuck no. What? Like,
I just got a message and they say yes. They say yes, please.
my credit
Sign
report
for
keeps
me.
going down. What are you doing, Winnie?
Oh no,
Have you been-
credit.
I just messaged back. Have you been keeping up with payments? I told them to send the bill to you.
Don't you know you're my papa? You're in charge of this. It's your job.
Horrifying the consequences of these actions.
Yeah. So perhaps the wand and the ring would be very interesting. Like you had
I think
mentioned.
so. I would like to do
Figure it
some
out.
because, like, can you tell me, meta game, what the ring does?
The Ring of Wind,
Yes,
Wind
please.
wall.
that allows you to cast
Wind wall.
Wind Wall, but only centered on
I'm
you in a circle.
Wind
It might be Wall of
Wind.
Wind. I can't remember.
wall 5e.
I think it's Wall of Wind because it's like
No,
the
it's called
wind
Wind
version
Wall.
of like Wall of Fire. Oh,
Wind wall.
shoot!
Nice.
Shut my whore mouth.
Wall of strong wind rises from the ground at the point you choose within range. You can make the wall about up
Flip that
to
shit.
50 feet long, 15 feet high, and 1 foot thick. So would it just be in a circle 50 feet long?
So it specifically
Or-
it alters the spell a little bit. So where is it?
Okay.
Wind Wall is 15 feet high and 1 foot thick, and it's in a 20 feet. Or sorry,
Okay.
the wall must be in a circle centered on you, 15 feet high, 1 foot thick.
Beautiful.
So it sort of
Can't
it
pa-
limits some of
can't
what the
pass-
spell can do, but I think if I remember Wind Wall correctly, it basically is like providing a bunch of cover from ranged attacks. Like ranged attacks can't get through it.
Yeah.
I think you have to maybe make a save to get through it. Or take
No.
you take
I mean,
bludgeoning
people
damage?
can pass through it unless you're small or flying creature, which is me in both ways. So I would lock myself in a wind wall that other people could get to me, but I couldn't get to
Yep.
them.
Yep.
And then,
You're saying this Wind Wall is racist.
yeah.
Maybe
I'm trying to work
maybe
out,
not
like, if it's
great.
like a fire wall where it's like wind on the outside but not on the inside, but it looks like the inside's fucked too.
Yes, it's bi-directional. Both sides have to deal with it.
That doesn't sound great for you.
Let's remove the will. Wait, I thought that this was a different thing. This was not what I thought.
I did not realize that this would harm you in the way that it has been
The
presented.
main-
I thought it'd be like, oh, cool. Winnie could create like a kind of a shield around themselves
That's
to
what I
protect
thought.
themselves.
You kind of
Yeah.
can. You can.
Yeah.
Arrows, bolts, and other ordinary projectiles launched at targets behind the wall are deflected upward and automatically miss. Creatures in Cassius form can't pass through. It is hilarious how this is like almost a bigger debuff to your party in many ways than it would be to your enemies. But if you needed to we just need to hunker down and like survive like a barrage of arrows, it would be pretty clutch.
Would
I don't know.
now I know we don't get to pick what happens with the machine. But can I put a wish in the world?
You could you can just say what you want. I'm not.
So I'm gonna put the wand of entangle there,
Uh-huh.
and instead of it being in a place I can choose, it extends from the wall out. So like the
That'd be
outside of
cool.
the wall is entangle, and the hunker down thing is very similar to what you said.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I am gonna put into the world as I put these two items into the hand grabbies.
Hold on.
And I go and I look to the rest of the party and I say, "Are you sure? I can do
Alright.
this."
Hold on.
Let's
First,
do it.
you need to own that ring. So how are you paying for the ring?
Oh. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. I do apologize. I did. Yes. Let's buy all the
No.
things
Yeah,
before
we're
we
buying
do the
all
things.
Okay.
Not all
so
of the things.
you are
but all of
buying
the things.
Potion of Healing, Greater Potion of Healing, the Witch Bolt Scroll,
Mhm.
the Ashardalon Stride
Mhm.
Scroll,
Yep.
Reap and Sow, the crossbow.
Yep. Yep.
The wind ring.
Necklace.
Iron.
Oh gosh, so much. So
Yeah, so
all-
right now we're
We're
up to
just-
4,790 gold. And if we minus what was the thing? 2,375 for the ruby. Now we owe 2,415. Should we do a mix of root gems and coin?
And is Saoirse giving
Right.
the
Yeah.
shield or holding off
The
on the
shield.
shield?
I'll give the +1 shield that I have.
Do you want to do that for? You're gonna get full value out of it if you do it for the machine, or if you do it for
Save it
items.
for the machine.
It's so
Save it for the
Save
machine.
it
Yeah.
for the machine. Okay.
Machine.
So you've got. Are you doing any trade-ins at all for paying for the initial round of stuff? Okay. Cool. I'm gonna
No.
add.
Clarity.
I'm gonna add it up. I know I trust you, but I just want to see it with my own
Yeah,
eyes.
Of course.
450, and then a Shardlon Star is 800, and then Witch Bolt's 50, and then 250 for the potions, and then 340 for the crossbow, and then 500 for the shield. So it's shield, crossbow, the both potions, the Witch Bolt scroll, the Shardlon Stride scroll, the Necklace of Adaptation, and the Ring of Wind. That's everything that's getting bought? Dope. Yes, so 4,790 gold pieces. And then the ruby knocks off, where was that? 2375.
2375.
Which is 2,415 left.
Yes. And how are you paying for that?
Gems.
Gems.
Gems. Okay. So
Yeah. So the gems add up to 3,600.
3,600. So
60.
I go 3,660 minus what was that leftover cost?
the cost still due after the ruby is 2,415 gold.
So we have 1,245 worth of gems left. So let's actually, we probably need to specifically pick the gems
Yes.
and get
Yeah.
rid of them.
So like if you wanted to go
We
big
could probably
spenders,
do that off stream because that's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
be
Yes.
rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to take
So
a long
basically,
time. But we have
you'll
enough
pay
to
with
cover
as
it.
much gems as possible, and then like
Yep.
gold to kind of cover whatever the cents are,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, and then we'll do the same, and then we'll just use gold or platinum or whatever on the machine with
On the
the
machine
shield.
with the shield.
Yeah.
Dope.
With the shield. Yeah.
So the shield is going to get you 300 of value for the machine. And
Which we
then
need 400,
You need 400 for
so
it,
just we need a.
since you're doing uncommon items.
So we just need
um,
another 100 gold.
So just plus 100
just-
gold. Yeah. Or no, sorry. Yes, 400. Yeah.
400, yeah, 300, and then so we just hand over 1,000 silver, just like clear this out.
Yeah. Get rid of all this. Get rid of all these coppers and silvers. Yeah. So shield for
Shrapnel.
300. Machine plus 100 GP of coins. And boom, you're there. Alrighty.
Now we just have to do the math off stream.
You put the ring in
It's,
on one side, and you see the claw just sort of
yes.
like claw up around it, and it's just sort of like hovering in between, and there's these like little tiny imperceptible like threads weaving around the ring. And the same thing happens with the wand. The claw sort of comes up and like grasps it, but it's not actually touching it. Instead, there's just these little like threads and fibers running around. Fazgroom, like, you basically give like coinage and stuff, and then he like reaches into little pockets and like takes out, like starts measuring out little sapphires and tiny little gems that sort of like way down this bowl until it sort of like clicks, and then both sides sort of like everything sort of like freezes, and then you can see the machine start to just like kind of crumple in and pull these things closer together. And as they hit the middle, you see this like hourglass, like sand through an hourglass kind of stream of just these like gemstone particles. And as they hit through the middle, it starts to become this like warbling liquid hot mass, and you see the wind ring like being peeled off in sections. The wand is like crisping and fraying into ash, being sucked into the middle, and they're both sort of just like magical blendering into this middle moat of something. And Haley, I would like you to first roll a D100.
Okay. gonna use my Raven and Riddle dice.
Yeah.
They're so spiky. Yes, D100. I'm nervous. What does this mean?
You want me to blow on it? You want your wives to blow on it? Oh.
Yes, I don't know what that is. A 93.
93. Okay. Now,
It's either really bad or really good.
now, I want you to roll me a D2. So you can do like a D20 and just high low. Left is low, high is right. And I'm imagining the wand was in the left and the ring was in the right. That's what I'm going to say.
I got an 18.
18. Cool. So that one. And now one more D2.
10. I'll roll it again.
No, 10's on the low
High
end.
low.
I think that's
Okay. I was like, wait, I don't know.
Okay. Sort of emerging out of the middle, this like coagulated band of like glittering molten energy just sort of spills out, and you see this like tray fold out of the machine, and like, and there's a ring sitting in the tray. It looks like wind is being like funneled through little vines. It's like crystalline vines are all wrapped around in this ring, and there is energy moving through them.
This is fun.
Did either of those require attunement?
my brain.
The wand of entangle does.
Okay.
I don't know about the wind one. I don't think you said.
I don't think the wind did, but because one of them did, the final one does.
Yes.
Fascinating.
I'm now imagining this is like some type of thorn ball.
Do you
Yes, I'm very excited to figure it out.
do you want to figure it out, or should I inspect it?
Yes, yeah. Inspect it.
That will only be 100 gold. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
You're funny.
Long little hard-nailed fingers pick up the ring. Interesting. It has kept the form of the ring, but most of the magic has leaned towards the wand. The wind essence is not gone, but it is now funneled into the shape of vines and growth. I think you will find that this creates a most interesting area of effect. It will
I'm
summon in a
excited.
gust of wind a large vine around you. So it will be very similar to the entangle spell, but after shoving all of your adversaries further away.
Ooh. Very cool. Love it. I love it. I put my hand out for Fazgroom to put it on me.
I shall do this as a merchant, and there is no other cultural significance to this. I see all of
No, of
you with
course.
your little exchanges of rocks.
No, yeah, of course not. This is more just because it's. Oh, I didn't think about it that way. I just take it from it. Like, I don't want you thinking anything.
I'm not thinking anything. I just wanted to make sure that I was clear that you weren't thinking anything.
My brain didn't even go there.
Well, that's someone's might have, and I was making sure that I was.
Very happy with my wife.
You've clearly never dealt with the Fae before, oddly enough.
No, I'm about to though.
Good luck.
Thank you. I'm going to feed my mother.
Just like 4 of the 6 eyes just sort of like go wide and just like just back to tiddling with his cart.
Narkissa does not look excited to go to the face. She's like,
I am so excited.
I'm rather excited.
We're so excited. Ah!
I'm attempting to get into
Y'all-
debt for this fake
y'all are
destroyer weapon.
Y'all are gonna get rid of your names. There's gonna be different age changes. There's gonna be all kinds of wild shit happening.
Can we do a character sheet swap?
Maybe we'll see.
That would be so
Swap!
funny. I love it.
We all have to
That'd be
create characters as a different race but the same class, or
Freaky
a different
Fae
class
Friday.
but a different race. Yeah.
I like it. Freaky Fae Friday.
Whew. Intense negotiations, but there you go. I will program up the ring that you have
Yes.
once I have
Can I
some
ask
time.
one more favor of
Oh.
Fazgroom?
Oh, yes.
I mean, I'm happy to pay for it if it's really that much effort or trouble, but I set a glyph off in the staircase. Would you be able to tell? We were able to tell that it was a glyph of warding, and obviously it wasn't the damage one unless it was on a timer. But would you be able to see what spell it was?
That would have to cost you, I'm afraid.
Okay,
I very
I could do
specifically
that.
don't go stumbling around through here unless I know that it's
Yeah.
safe.
I mean, what if I wrote it down?
It's possible.
I mean, how much is it going to cost you to go to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet?
It's not the walking. Just like it's not the nail. It's knowing where to hit it.
I genuinely, sorry, that sounded sarcastic. It wasn't. I'm asking how much for 25 feet?
I would say 100 gold.
Is it worth figuring out what this spell is?
I could just quickly trace it and bring it back to get an idea. I have the tools for that.
Identification would be 100 gold.
Yeah.
Because now I'm not just helping you to buy one of my things. I'm helping you to spelunk whatever twice cursed place this is.
It's very cursed, I gotta say. Quick question: how much was Charlie? And where'd you get him?
Charlie is far above your pay grade.
He completed all the scavenger hunts for a year and earned his way there.
Charlie is pricey, and I do not rent him out easily.
Love it. Okay. Just pay the man. Perhaps we should figure out what that is.
Yeah, well, no, if we know, then we know we can learn it for the future.
Yeah, exactly.
We hand him 100 gold for identifying the picture that we draw. Actually, no. For 100 gold, you can look at it yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, he's gonna march over there with Charlie.
He waddles over there.
If it helps, all of us did go up and down the stairs to the glyph and nothing happened. So.
Yes,
No,
I noticed your rather rambunctious traversal of space.
You'd think we would have learned a lesson by now.
I'm surprised you're alive, but it frankly is very profitable for me, so I'm happy.
Yes, you just made a lot of money.
Yeah, and a big ruby.
I am delighted by that ruby. That one didn't go into the cart, by the way. That one went into an inside pocket. Like, that is on him. It's not going anywhere. He waddles over and, like, looks at the glyph. Waddles back. Gets the 100 gold. I'm marking this down.
Add that to the list of expenses that we'll remove.
I believe.
We'll get a from Papa. We'll say it's a working event.
I believe that was an activation circuit. I don't know exactly where it leads, but you have turned something on. Deeper, up, shallower. I don't know the phrasing here.
All right.
So just be wary for whatever might happen next.
Yeah.
The unfortunate part of glyphs of warding is that the basics are always the same. The exact applications can be very different depending on the location.
That's
knowing that we have to watch out better. It's helpful.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Perhaps.
All right, I think we should go back to the previous room and take a nice little sit down so that we can meditate on our new magic items before we proceed.
Become attuned to all your new swag.
I think perhaps
It's not like an instant life bond where we're just like, oh.
Yeah.
And so I think we decided that Myrick is going to get the protection ring if she's got attunement space, and then Pebble's getting the braces if they've got attunement space. Or no, other way around.
Yeah, I'll figure that out. We'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, we still had that ring. That's okay. I mean, I'll take it because I have a free spot now because I combined things.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Well, technically it stayed exactly at 1.
let's see here.
Okay.
Yes. Manage inventory. I'm gonna add it just to Mirik's sheet, so it's nice to see. So she has the ring of protection.
No, braces. Because she
Bracers.
doesn't have armor.
She doesn't
and
have
I'll take
classic
the ring
armor,
of
yes.
protection.
Bracers of defense.
If anyone wants it back, you can have it back. You just let me know when you've got space for it.
Boop. I love
Well,
the
at
bracers
least
of
I'm happy.
defense.
Rings.
I love the bracers of defense being worn
rid of those.
by a not a monk, by being worn by a wizard. And so like, yeah, mage armor, technically not armor, so it works. Incredible. I love it.
Muscle wizard.
Muscle
excuse
wizard.
you.
Excuse me, I'm very sorry.
Mhm.
Muscle wizard. It's very important distinguishment. Excellent.
It's been a fitful day, you guys.
Really?
I'm gonna go back to bed.
So you go attune to your stuff. What do you do next?
How many charges has my ring got?
Oh gosh, that's right. The wand had charges, didn't it?
Yes.
Roll a d2.
2. 5. Low.
Low. Okay. So, blah, 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 blah. Oh, interesting. So it does have a couple of charges. I need to go figure it out. This is all very much a like, please hold, your new magic item is important to
yeah.
us. But yes,
I just
it
wanted
has,
to make sure that if it was only one use, I didn't want to test it. But if
Yes.
it's not, if
It's
it's more than one
multi-use.
use, I would like to test it once everyone leaves the room.
yes, it is multi-use. That is correct.
Excellent.
Ah!
She's just gonna see Winnie just going off in battle now, either using the little sponges,
Mm-hmm.
the ring
I'm
now.
gonna summon a whirlwind and then just toss my sponges up and over the top of them.
Amazing. So yes, do you try it out?
Yeah, I want to try it out.
Nice. I am gonna have to fight myself programming this in Foundry to make it work so that it's easy to draw. But basically what happens is that you activate the ring and there is this like blast of wind out from you, centered on you, and you can see these little those little spinning seed pods that have like the helicopter leaves on top of them. And they fly out from that gust of wind to where it ends at about the 20-foot mark. And then from there, 10 feet of vine grows out, creating that like rough terrain entangle situation.
That's cool.
That's really cool. That's really
I
cool.
think that's actually definitely an improvement because now it's not like a wall that's gonna like keep you trapped in. Now it's more of like it'll get people to give you distance.
And you do
Yes.
notice
See, the
it
one-
is
the-
it is not like there's not a wall, there's nothing blocking. It's just along the ground, and you are concentrating on it. So it's acting like an entangle spell, but it's changed the shape
Yes.
of the entangle spell to be this like
Yeah.
big ring after it's like shoved stuff into it.
My question now is though, the shove, does that count as the damage that Windwall did? Or is it not? Because the Wand of Entangle doesn't do any damage, but the
yes.
Windwall does 3d8 damage on a failed strength save.
It probably does a little damage. It's not gonna do full
Cool,
3d8,
nice.
but it does do some damage on the knockback. The main effect is
And
you're
then we'll
getting
do-
a
and
lot
then
of
it'll be a
distance.
Is it, what is this thing? Is it a restrain?
Yes, that still is an effect. You can see, you saw those vines when they grew, they were like
Yeah.
trying to reach up and grab stuff.
Yeah, cool.
So that part is
Nice.
the same.
Yeah, so it's like a thorny entangle with a pushback.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
And the
Alright,
real
fucking stoked.
FU that it does is anything that's like close to you, if they're getting pushed back, they're getting pushed back into an entanglement zone. So now they're potentially entangled further away from you, and you could do whatever you're doing.
Yes. And it's, you said 15 feet high?
Not 50 feet high, 10 foot
Oh,
out
10
from
feet.
or did I say
I need to.
Oh yeah, there's no wall anymore, so I
There's
don't
no
need to
wall
worry
anymore,
about
it's
not
just-
being able to do.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, that's amazing. Because I was like, oh, how am I going to do ranged attack through it?
No,
Can I fly up
you're
high
all
enough?
good.
But I don't need to worry about it.
Yeah,
You
it's pushing everything back, scattering those seeds, and the seeds
Mm.
grow to make an entanglement zone.
Nice. I love it.
Let me see.
Thanks, guys.
What
You
was
guys are the
this?
best. Best wives and sister ever. Nice. Skip on the floor.
We're pretty cool. Can't wait for my shield.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was trying to figure out, because you did this in the Chamber of the Second Sun, right? In that big restroom that y'all have.
Yeah.
Oh
Trigger
yeah.
something.
Rocks.
So you do this, and you're
Oh.
like, that was awesome! Ow! And like a rock just smacks you in the head, 1 point of damage. I'm glad it was minimum damage, but yes, you did a big, very loud, noisy, pushy spell in this crumbling room. So yeah, a little rock fell down. I rolled a natural 19 on the attack roll for that stupid
So
rock.
good.
Oh man. That was
My
so
AC's
cool.
15 now.
Yeah.
Look at me go.
Look at you go.
Look at you go.
My boy.
Go.
So you've got the ring of protection on?
Mhm.
Nice. Cool. I'm slowly catching up to all of the shuffling that happened with all the magic
Yeah, there was a
items.
bit of shuffling.
That was a lot.
Y'all?
But I
Got
think
it sorted.
everyone's attunement slots are now full.
Mm-hmm.
Should be.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least on the way to being full. Mirik hardly has anything. The bracers are the only thing
Mirik
she's
doesn't-
tuned to.
Okay.
She's a free agent.
I just saw it's Friday night. You know what that means? Netflix and Thorny Entanglement. Incredible.
LOL.
Alrighty. I had a little
Okay.
time dilation happen in my head, and I forgot what time we normally end. So, I will say that with your shopping concluded, the ring and the wand merged into a singular item and properly tested, we will wrap it up there, and we will get to see what happens with whatever you triggered with that glyph of warding next time. And
Yes.
any
Next
other
time.
mathematics and combinatorics and potential combinations can also happen then. Yes. By the way, just in case I forgot to give this, which I think I did, because y'all rolled investigation in this room. God, where is it? Good lord. I have too many tabs. Too many tabs open. Here we go. You do find some more treasure in this room. I'll say that like that wind knockback like scatters some of the rocks, pushes them out of the way. So you're able to find, oddly enough, a couple of gems that were in those like piles of rubble. So I will get those to you in chat afterwards. So
Nice.
you've reloaded the gem
Love it.
cannon a little bit from what you weren't able to find
A little
before.
bit.
But yeah,
Mirac's
thank you,
happy.
everybody. Mirac's happy. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to my amazing players for doing awesome, dope stuff and fiddling around with my ridiculous shopping episode in the middle of a dungeon. You are now fully kitted out and equipped, hopefully, to continue spelunking into the hidden shrine. And we'll see what happens with that next time. Until then, be good to yourselves, be good to others. Remember, we got Teleporting Chaos coming back on Monday next week. We got Tales of Carwin tomorrow. If you'd like to see some fabulous Ultima, we're going to be doing, it's a week of downtimes, kind of. We did shopping today on here. We're going to do a little like time skip vignette montage next tomorrow for Tales of Carwin. And then next week, we get some more, all go right back around the clock. Teleporting Chaos, Tales of Carwin. More tales coming at you all the time. Tune in for June with the return of Tales of Misadventure. Tune in for all of our Pride Month shenanigans, which are sure to be excellent and fantastically incredible, as always. And just have a good time, y'all. I know the world's on fire, but
Just
try
do it.
Just try and be a little smash mouth about it. It'll be okay.
Take some time to yourself. Stop doom scrolling.
Don't doom scroll. Read a book. Go outside and touch grass. Have your favorite drink. Yeah. Remind yourself that stuff isn't all awful. There's still good in the world. We just have to fight for it. And until next time, stick around for the raid. Are you ready for more tales?
Always.
Bye everybody. Stick around for a raid. We'll be back.
Bye.
Bye bye bye. Shabba-da-habba-da-habba-dee-doo.